Compadre Mexican Restaurant, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, In Focus Eye Care, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC, Orange County Fiber, Orange County Casa, Paoli Health and Living Community, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Summer Seamless Guttering, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, and the Orange County Community Foundation. Now, let's head to the action. This is Mix 95.3 WUME, your home for local sports.
One year ago, when the Rams and Thunderbirds met on the gridiron, it was during the remnants of Hurricane Helene, with gusty winds and driving rain throughout the entire contest. But the Rams didn't let the elements bother them, and they came home with a big win. Tonight, the weather has taken a 180-degree turn with clear skies, mild temperatures, and sunshine as the Rams celebrate homecoming at Cook Field. Good evening, everybody. Dave Dedrick along with Bert Pettigo. It's time now for Rams football on Mix 95.3, streaming live on WUME953.com, and ask Alexa to play 953 WUME. The Rams begin the second half of the regular season on a two-game winning streak and look to extend that to three tonight with a homecoming win. Or to make that happen, the Rams have to continue to do what they've been doing the past 2 weeks, and that's take care of the football, converting on third downs, finish in the red zone, play good defense, and that's been so good they've only given up one score in the past two ball games.
Yeah, sounds pretty simple.
Yeah.
just do this and this and this and this, and you're going to win. But it just comes down to that sort of thing. First, you have to eliminate your mistakes, whether they're penalties or turnovers. Then, you just have to take care of what you can take care of. You need to block a little better, need to tackle a little better, and Paoli gradually is getting better at each of those elements of the ball game, and it shows with a couple of wins. And then they come in here against an Eastern Green team that is basically looking to do the same sort of thing. They are young, inexperienced at the quarterback spot especially, but they are just trying to build play after play, build some sort of continuity and momentum so that they can get on and just get to be a better football team.
Thunderbirds, as Bert mentioned, they have struggled, only one win, 1-4. So the Rams just got to come out, as you mentioned, do what they do, play at their level, and not go down to what Eastern Green has been playing so far.
No, you don't have to look too much further back than last week to see Paoli doing that. They didn't outman West Washington last week like they do Eastern Green this week, but they came out last week, took care of business, ran the ball effectively, threw it, when they had to. And, it was one of those deals where they played good on offense, played good on defense, and it showed on the scoreboard.
Thunderbirds, as we mentioned, come in 1-4, their lone win coming over Mitchell Blue Jackets, 14-0. They're under head coach Sean Nykirk in his first year at the head of the Thunderbird football program. Rams winners of 2 in a row, 3-2 overall, step out of conference play tonight for head coach Neil Dittmer, who is 44-16 in his career in his sixth year here at Paoli. As we continue with the Team OC pregame show, we'll talk with head coach Sean Nykirk of Eastern Green and Neil Dittmer of Paoli. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
When you suffer the loss of a loved one, you can count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli. They have a 55-year history of serving the needs of families in Orange and surrounding counties. They provide only the best professional services in the most compassionate manner to care for you during this difficult time. You can always count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home, as generations of families have done for many years. Call 812-723-2276 today. We're here when you need us the most. Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli.
Hey, Dad, can I get a ride to Hoosier Hills Credit Union?
Bet.
What?
Don't be the Lulu. You know I got that, Riz.
Ew!
We're not always hip on the new lingo, but at Hoosier Hills Credit Union, we do understand the need to teach teens about responsible spending. That's why we offer the Smart Spending Account. They'll get a free debit card, no monthly fee, and no minimum balance. Plus, there's incentives when your teen volunteers or has a job. Learn more about our Smart Spending Account at HoosierHills.com. Slay! Federally insured by NCUA.
Eastern Green head football coach Sean Nykirk joins us now. His team on the road tonight to take on the Rams. We'll get into that matchup in just a few minutes as we continue with the Team OC pregame show. Coach Nykirk, welcome. And if you would, kind of our fans, kind of fill us in your background a little bit and what got you to the position of the head coach here at Eastern Green.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, thank you for the call. And I took the job here at Eastern Green back in, I believe it was May, so we got a late start. But I've been in football my whole life. I graduated from Bedford North Lawrence High School in 1993. I was first-team All-State in football back in that day. You know, a lot younger day there. I was a little skinnier at the time then, but played some college football after that as well. I coached for a few years right after I got back from college there at Bedford North Lawrence. Anyway, got back into coaching in about 2014 under Coach Weber. Coached at Bedford North Lawrence High School for 10 years there. Got out a few years back, and then my daughter was still in high school at Bedford North Lawrence. She graduated last year, and I thought no better time than the present to try to get a head coaching position and go from there. It's been a goal of mine to be a head coach, so no better time than then when, you know, all my kids were out of school. I've got no grandkids yet, so here we are.
Coach, you mentioned you kind of got a late start, but as you build your staff and put your team together, what kind of culture or program are you trying to establish here at Eastern Green?
Yeah, you know, that's what we've been dealing with so far in the season is, you know, they're used to doing things certain ways over there, which is what happens anytime you have a new staff come in. But you know, we're getting our program and our culture instilled in what we want, and they're starting, you know, to get to with what we want and know what we expect, and it's starting to pay off. You know, I mean, we had some rough ones early in the season, but you know, our schedule has been pretty brutal. We have I believe the second toughest schedule in 1A, you know, for the whole year with, you know, we opened with Springs Valley, and then you got North Davies in there, and then now we're coming with Paoli and North Decatur and Linton all back to back to back. I mean, it's a tough schedule, and you know, what I'm really looking for going forward is our competitiveness and that we compete. You know, in the first few weeks, I'm not going to lie, when we got down a little bit, our team kind of quit and gave up, and then, you know, that was my biggest issue. I'm not big on in the first year saying, hey, we need to win so many games or whatnot, but, you know, I want to be competitive and I want to compete. I don't want a team that's going to quit on me.
Coach, through the first 5 games, how do you feel your team is playing, and what have you learned about your team?
Like I said, we started off really slow, and you know, we come back with Mitchell and Eastern Pekin, and you know, again, the competition, you know, they're not taking anything away from them, but it wasn't what we had seen, you know, for the first few weeks. And you know, we won at Mitchell, and you know, we were ahead 12-6 against Eastern Pekin at halftime, and our quarterback went out with a concussion, and you know, not an excuse we lost, but it kind of hurt the offense in the second half, and we didn't score in the second half. But we're making great strides. I mean, we are a fairly young team. I mean, we have 8 seniors, but you know, a lot of players that I have that play are I got some juniors, and then I got a lot of sophomores, and I do have 2 or 3 freshmen that are playing varsity right now, including my quarterback. You know, I'd say I told the Herald Times yesterday, if I had to grade it right now, we'd be at a C or a C- where we're at. You know, I like to be up around a B or a B+ at this point, but you know, again, with the late start we got, it just everything was behind, you know, a little bit.
Coach, if you would tell us about your team, offensively, defensively, what do you try and do out on the field?
You know, our base offense that we run right now is a triple option. You know, we go to a little bit of a spread offense if we need to as well, but we like to run the triple option on offense, which I believe is a little bit what Paoli does if they go under center. We do not go under center hardly ever. You know, with the triple option that we run, you know, we can 50-50 pass and throw if we need to. So, you know, it's kind of a offense that allows us to do what the defense, you know, has given us. So it just comes down to execution. And again, my quarterback's a freshman, so, you know, he's made some mistakes, you know, but he's getting better on his reads and what needs to happen, and we're coming along there. On defense, we run a 3-4 defense. You know, just a base standard defense of 3-4, and struggle against the run. I'm not going to lie. So, and that's, you know, again, what Paoli, they like to ground and pound on you. So we're going to see if any strides we've made on the ground defense game here coming up.
Coach, what about the third phase? How's your special teams been playing?
You know, special teams really hasn't. We've given up 1 punt return this year for a touchdown at Springs Valley, but since then we've been really, really good on special teams. I have an excellent punter. Caden McCormick is his name, and you know, in the win against Mitchell, he was a big weapon. I mean, he had a 68-yard punt in that game, and you know, he's been doing a great job pinning them down if we had to, not kicking it through the end zone. So special teams has been a positive for us, and you hope not to have to punt much, but unfortunately that's the way it's been for us so far this year. But I'm pretty happy with our special teams at this point.
Coach, what about your matchup with Paoli tonight?
Like I said, we're getting into the tough stretch of our schedule. We know the history of Paoli, and we know what they're about, and what they run very well, and we have to be disciplined. I'm not real concerned with the outcome of the game. I want to see our team compete. I don't want to see us get down 2 scores, 3 scores, and then we just hang our heads and quit, and then it ends up really ugly. I want to see our guys fight for 4 quarters, no matter what the score is.
Health-wise, how's your team coming into tonight's game?
We're all right. I mean, we lost two starters on game 1 to ACL tears. I've got one defensive lineman that has a shoulder issue, and he's still out. He won't be back for another week or two. But we've got some people back that we were missing in weeks 2 and 3 from just minor injuries, and we're okay there.
Coach Nykirk, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Head coach Sean Nykirk of Eastern Green. Stay tuned. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you. Springs Valley Bank and Trust. You'll love our helpful staff, our warm and smiling faces. Latest tools and services delivered by the friends you trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you. Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
Paoli Rams head football coach Neil Dittmer joins us now as we continue with the Team OC pregame show. Rams back at home for the second consecutive week. First time that they've been able to say that this year, which is a good thing. All right, Coach, we started it last week, coming back home in a big matchup there with West Washington, and defended the hill and played well.
We did. It was probably our best played game of the year that we've had so far. Just all around well played. Just a few mistakes here and there, and things that we can get better at. But as of now, it's the best we've played.
And it was good to play that way in conference play.
Absolutely. You want to be able to play your best in conference play and continue to rack up those conference wins.
Well, we step out of the conference this week, Coach. A little concern there. This might be type of a trap game.
No, I don't think we're concerned on that. But the focus has got to be at whatever our last game was. If that was our best, then this needs to be our best this week. We've got to continue to improve and not rest on what we've done previously. We talk a lot about moving forward and flushing whatever was last week or last play or whatever it is, and moving on to the next thing. And that's exactly what we got to do tonight.
And tonight, Coach, we enter the second half of the season.
Yeah, it's crazy to think we're now on the latter half of the season, and it's like we said, it's time to really hone in on our abilities and be playing our best football from here on out.
Well, what steps do you want to see your team take forward tonight to get better?
We've got to do a better job of just maintaining our eye discipline defensively, focusing on our task at hand of what's my role in this play and what am I seeing. A lot of offenses have tells in what they're doing. Can we recognize those tells and what they're trying to accomplish with their formations and how they align?
All right, Coach, how did practice go Monday through Thursday in preparation for tonight's matchup?
We had a pretty solid week. I'd like to have a little bit better focus and some things like that. But again, we got high school kids, and it wasn't terrible. But I don't think it was our best week of work we've had yet.
Well, let's take a look at that foe tonight. What's your matchup look like with the Thunderbirds?
They're a growing team. They're a team that's young. You got a really young quarterback that's a good-looking kid. He's going to be a pretty solid football player. He can sling it around. They're going to throw it with him a little bit, but they're also going to try and establish the run, some inside zone, some option kind of pitch stuff that they're going to run similar to us, just out of the pistol set.
All right, then how do you try and stop this particular type of offense?
You've got to be on your key. If you're a fullback player with like our D lineman, you've got to tackle the fullback. You cannot get drawn to try and tackle something else. You've got to stay on your key and get off of your block and tackle the fullback. If you're a linebacker, your job is to go tackle the quarterback. Go tackle the quarterback, and then everybody else has got to rally to the pitch guy. And it's got to be focused on fundamentally sound football across the board.
Defense, what do you expect out of them?
They're going to run a 3-4. That's what they've shown on film all year long. They like to be in that, and there's nothing really elaborate or anything crazy that they're trying to do with it. They're going to line up and be confident, and we're going to be solid in this front.
was going to say, how do you attack this defense?
You've got to do it in a number of ways. You got to attack it downhill. You got to get those ends starting to pinch inside to try and tackle the fullback, and then you've got to start to get the edge as well to spread them out. So it's got to be a full field attack.
Well, Coach, a game here tonight, as we mentioned, you step out of conference play. It's not a sectional foe, but yet it's something on the line because it's homecoming.
Absolutely. Anytime you've got a special night like homecoming and people get to come and be dressed up and you get a king and a queen, you got to play your best for them too.
All right, Coach, as we send the team out on the field tonight, what's your message to your Rams?
What we've been talking about for a lot of the last several weeks. What is your best? Whatever your best is on this play, whatever your best is on this series, that quarter, it's got to be your best. And that's our definition of being excellent this year, is giving whatever you've got wherever you are. And if we're doing that, we're in really good shape.
Maybe the biggest takeaway tonight, Coach, is how much different the weather is tonight than it was 1 year ago.
Yeah, a little drier, a whole lot less windy. We don't see people blowing away tonight like we saw last year, getting blown all over the field. It was pretty wild, so we're thankful for a little bit drier track tonight.
Health-wise, how are the Rams coming in?
We're still a little dinged up. Ian is out this week, maybe the next couple with a hand injury that he's been dealing with for a while, and so that's going to push some guys into playing time, especially defensively in the secondary and at wide receiver that haven't gotten a ton of reps out there. So we're going to need some guys to really step up and have big games for us.
Coach Dittmer, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game tonight.
Thanks, Dave. Eleanor can't be with us, but she definitely wanted to send us out tonight.
Go Rams, be excellent.
Eleanor takes us to kickoff. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Looking to make a difference? Team OC's Youth Mentoring Program is here to help kids in Orange County reach their full potential. Our mission to expand child's possibilities through a community-wide mentoring program for kids 7 to 17. We provide support, guidance, and a caring adult to lean on. You can be a part of their journey. Become a mentor or make a donation. Join us at 262 West Court Street, Paoli, or visit teamocmentoring.org. Questions? Call Executive Director Priscilla Woodrum at 812-653-0288. Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
As we continue with the Team OC pregame show, Team OC expanding possibilities one child at a time. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. For the visitors, the Eastern Green Thunderbirds at quarterback, the freshman number 15, Saxton Pennycup, 6 foot 155 and a freshman. He's joined in the backfield by his tailback number 2, Eli Engelking, 5'11", 185 and a sophomore. Wingbacks are number 3, Jace Brown, 6'1", 195, a senior, and Bryson Jones, number 5, 5'8", 150 and a senior. Wide receivers, number 10, Noah Coomer, 5'11", 160, a junior, and number 11, Zach Herndon, 6'4", 180 and a senior. The offensive line, left tackle, number 50, Landon Norris, 5'8", 200 and a junior. Left guard, 67, Fletcher Finn, 5'9", 210 and a junior. At center, number 52, Wyatt Craig, 6'3", 220, a senior. Right guard, number 53, James Schoolcraft, 6 foot 195, a senior. And right tackle, number 60, Demarion Boland. He is 5'11", 185 and a senior. 6 seniors, 3 juniors, 1 sophomore, and 1 freshman start tonight on offense for the Thunderbirds.
And here's that Paoli defense that will try to stop that Thunderbird offense, a 3-4 across the front line. You've got Dane Padgett along with Dom Garcia and Wyatt Baker. Padgett, 6'3", 200, a senior. Garcia, 5'11", 230, and a senior. And Baker, 6 foot 180, and a senior. Your linebacking core will consist of Justin Thornton and Tyler Hannon on one side. Thornton, 6'2", 195, a junior. Hannon, 5'10", 190, and a senior. The other side, Trey Robbins and Chase Case. Robbins, 5'10", 170, a junior. And Case, 5'10", 150, and a junior. Your defensive backs at cornerback, Kate Walls on one side, Colton Beckley on the other. Walls, 6'1", 165, a senior. Beckley, 6'2", 135, and a senior. And your safeties tonight, Max Cunningham on one side, 5'7", 110, a sophomore. and Cooper Spires on the other. He is 6 foot 180 and a senior. 7 seniors, 3 juniors, and 1 sophomore start defensively for Paoli.
Thunderbirds also on the defense go with 3-4 up front. At end, number 60, Demetrian Boland, 5'11", 185, a senior. Nose guard is 77, Alex Dixon, 5'10", 275, a junior. And a tackle, number 56, Kristen Perkins, 5'10", 190, and a junior. The linebackers on the outside, number 6, Aiden Deckard, 5'10", 175, a junior. At number 22, Ian McKnight, 5'11", 175, and a junior. The middle backers are number 50, Landon Norris, 5'8", 200, and a junior. And number 7, Luke McNeil, 6 foot 195, and a junior. The quarterbacks, number 5, Bryson Jones, 5'8", 150, a senior. And number 80, Austin Zink, 6'1", 175, a senior. The safeties tonight, number 3, Jace Brown, 6'1", 195, a senior. And number 18, Andy Fry, 5'8", 150, and a freshman. 4 seniors, 6 juniors, and 1 freshman start on the defense for the Thunderbirds, and they have 4 two-way starters tonight.
And here's the Paoli offense, starting with the Big Uglies up front. At left tackle, Landon Smith, 5'10", 180, and a senior. At left guard, Lucas Schenkel, 6 foot 195, and a senior. Dom Garcia starts at center tonight, 5'11", 230, a senior. Kenley Scholl at right guard, 5'10", 180, and a senior. And Wyatt Baker at right tackle. He is 6 foot 180 and a senior. Your split ends, Colton Beckley on one side, Cade Walls on the other. Beckley, 6'2", 135, a senior. Walls is 6'1", 165, and a senior. Your halfbacks, Dane Paget and Justin Thornton. Paget, 6'3", 200, a senior. Thornton, 6'2", 195, and a junior. Your fullback tonight, that's Tyler Hannon, 5'10", 190, and a senior. And Cooper Spires, he will start at quarterback tonight, 6 foot 180, and a senior. Offensively for Paoli, 10 seniors, 1 junior in the starting lineup, and 8 of the boys will be starting both offense and defense. And your starting lineups tonight, they've been brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James.
We'll wrap up the Team OC pregame show. Team OC expanding possibilities one child at a time. And Bert Pedigo will take a look at tonight's scouting report before kickoff.
Well, pretty simple. Paoli just has to do the things that they can do. First off, take care of the football, no mental mistakes, and then when you've got the football, you need to stay ahead of the chains. Can't get to second and third and long situations against this Eastern Green team. You want to get out there, get 4 or 5 yards per play the first couple of downs, sets up third and short. If they can do that, they'll be in real good shape. Defensively for Paoli, what they want to do is put some pressure on that quarterback. Just a freshman starting at quarterback for Eastern Green tonight. If Paoli can pressure him, I'd be willing to bet that they can make him make some mistakes, something along the lines of maybe an interception or two. And if you're getting takeaways, that sets you up in good field position. And if Paoli gets it in the red zone, they need to continue to score it like they have the last couple of weeks.
Talk about interceptions. The freshman quarterback, Saxton Pennycup, is 33 out of 80 with 11 interceptions and 1 touchdown on the season. So the Rams, as Bert mentioned, can get some pressure, may come up with some turnovers here tonight.
All right, opening flip of the coin. That was won by Eastern Green. They decline or defer until the second half, so Paoli is going to get the ball to start tonight's ball game. Let's say Eastern Green, they are in the traveling white tops along with the black pants, everything trimmed in the red. The black helmet, stripes down the middle, the Eastern Green emblem on the sides. As far as Paoli is concerned, in the all-purples tonight. Purple shirt, purple pants, gold numbers, and that helmet, it's got the ram horns on the side again. The golden ram horns on a purple helmet. Paoli, they're going to fall back to our right. They will receive the opening kick from Eastern Green. And let's see, Paoli will send both Walls and Paget back deep. Thornton is up in an up-back position along with Tyler Hannon. And that's a dangerous quartet of running or receivers for Paoli back deep. Eastern Green, they are ready to kick, and Dave Dedrick will take us through tonight's ball game.
It's homecoming, and the Rams, what better way to celebrate homecoming than with a win? As Caden McCormick, number 29, will kick it off for the visiting Thunderbirds here tonight. As we mentioned, it's just a perfect Friday evening for high school football here in early fall. See if the Rams can get off to a quick start here tonight at home and set the tone early. McCormick does all the kicking, by the way, punting, extra points, and kickoffs for the Thunderbirds this season so far. And the official says set, and we're ready to go. Little sidewinder kick going to field by the up-bat Hannon at the 28. Comes up the numbers, comes to his left, up the hash, gets across the 35, out near the 36, 37-yard line. In there on the tackle, Luke McNeil, number 7. And it's going to be first down and 10 for the Rams, and mark it officially at their own 38-yard line.
All right, let's see how the size, speed, and quickness of Paoli matches up with what Eastern Green has got. Got some big kids up front. We'll see how the linebackers like it when they've got some big kids running at them with that football.
Rams will operate out of the flex bone. Nope, we're going to go wide and spread it out of the gun to start things off here tonight. Give this Eastern defense something new to look at. Spires out of the gun on first down and 10. Gets a snap, looks to his left out of the pocket. He's got Paget all alone at the 40, up the numbers, 45-50. Breaks a tackle midfield to the 40, 35-30. It's a foot race, and he is tripped up as he gets down near the 25-yard line. Last line of defense coming up here, Noah Coomer, number 10. And that's a big chunk play for the Rams right out of the gate here to start off and get into Thunderbird territory.
Gain of 40 on the play. They just did a little isolation-type play out here with Paget. And he was able to get down the sideline, very nearly got all the way.
Down to the 22-yard line, first down and 10, ball over on the left hash. Rams stay in that spread formation, first down and 10. In motion, Hannon on the option, going to keep it, give it off to Hannon. He's to the 20, to the 15, breaks the tackle inside the 15, wrestles out of it, finally brought down inside the 15, close to the 10 or 12-yard line. As coming up there, Caleb Rippey, number 9, a gain of close to 10. I believe they're going to mark him just short of that first down, and it's going to be second down and inches at the 12-yard line.
Well, I think they're thinking about moving those chains now. They
will,
finally
okay.
will, so give him officially 10 on the carry and another Paoli first down. 2 plays, 2 first downs for Paoli.
Rams in the red zone for the first time tonight in their opening drive. Played about a minute and a half. First and 10 at the 12. Ball over on the right hash mark. Rams stay in that spread offense. Spires out of the gun formation. Man in motion left side. Cooper keeps it up the middle. Going to be hit, twisting and turning. He gets down to the 10. Finally brought down there after a gain of a couple on the play. Quickly in there, McKnight, the linebacker, number 22, along with number 60, Bolin, the defensive end. It'll be second down and 8 for the Rams offense at the 10.
Yeah, play designed to bring that defense along with Paget as he goes in motion and you fake the handoff to him. And a certain number of defenders did go that way, but the right side of that defense stayed home and were able to make the tackle.
Ball in the middle of the field at the 10-yard line. Second down and 8 out of the gun. Spires back to pass looking. He's got Paget all alone in the left corner of the end zone, and he is able to haul it in as Paget from that left slot just down and out to the corner. And the Rams score first on the 10-yard touchdown pass to Paget from Cooper Spires. And Paoli quickly jumps out on the opening drive here to lead it on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. 6-0, 9:55 to go here in quarter number 1. The Rams trot out the extra point team, Alvaro Gabino, 14 out of 15 so far on this season. Paget, the snapper, Spires the holder. Good snap, good hold, but I think we have a penalty on Eastern Green. Legal procedure is what the official is calling out of there, and it's going to be called, I believe, on the Rams maybe.
See which one of the
Nope.
points? Yep. Procedure against Paoli. Now see if you're going to go ahead and you'll back it up 5 to the 8-yard line, put the ball down at about the 17, 18-yard line. And they'll put it down 7 yards back from there, so at the 15, so a 25-yard kick attempt for Paoli.
We see Alvaro able to do that as we get some movement along the line of scrimmage. This kick is up, and it's a low line drive, but it is up and splits the upright. So even with the penalty, Gabina able to add on that 7th point, and the Rams lead it 7-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Kickoff comes down the right sideline, goes out of bounds before Ingle King can get it for Eastern Green. Official tosses that flag at the 21-yard line. Not the best kickoff we've seen from Alvaro, but we'll get straightened out, and hopefully for him he'll get a lot of chances tonight.
Yeah, I've been getting used to how well he kicks off. That thing normally will carry down to about the 10-yard line, maybe even a little bit further than that. I was watching him in pre-games. They were putting it down at the 40-yard line, kicking toward the end zone, and he was routinely getting it across the end line, so at least carrying 50 yards downfield.
We've seen him get some touchbacks, so we'll hopefully get that opportunity tonight. Go to the spread offense as well. This time, Penny Cup, the freshman quarterback, out of the gun. Slots to the right, one to the left, and then we got a receiver to the right side, two of them, and then one to the left as well. Nobody in the backfield with Penny Cup, the quarterback. Overload this right side. And the first play of the game at the 35 for the Thunderbirds. Penny Cup puts a man in motion to the right side. High snap, fires it out in the left flat. Caught quickly there by Coomer, and he is brought down immediately. Really nice open field tackle. Max Cunningham out there one-on-one. And Max's first start, the young sophomore. He's starting tonight for Ian Sullivan, who has a hand injury. But good to see Max right there on that play to start things off. There's a guy that studied the scouting report.
You're going to have to. And, you know, if you're as big as what Max is, you better come up and be ready to put a hit on somebody. He's going to give up some height and some weight to just about anybody on the field tonight.
Second down at 10, no gain on the play. Back now to the more traditional offense with the wings. Put a man in motion, hand it off to Ingle King up the middle. He gets across the 35 near the 36, 37-yard line. Gang tackling there for the Rams. Finally bring him down. Dom Garcia right in the middle of that, along with Wyatt Baker getting the start. Gain of 2, make it third down and 8.
All right, these are the downs that Paoli needs to win defensively. They got a decent enough gain on third down after no gain on first down. So now get them off the field. Don't give them a chance to go for it on fourth down.
Single setback with Penny Cup in the backfield out of the gun formation. Put a man in motion to the right side. Going to toss it to the man in motion. That's Jones. Oh, he is going to be upended as he tried to cut back, and the Rams read that perfectly. Dom Garcia was in there along with Hannon. In fact, a loss of 3 on the play, make it fourth down and 11. And the Rams do a nice job, a quick 3 and out here against Eastern.
And the play made that time by Thornton. Thornton came up on the outside, got penetration, and in the process forced the runner back into the inside where the rest of the defense basically was waiting.
McCormick punting, averages just over 32 yards per punt. Cade Walls back deep for the Rams, gets it out of their low end-over-end kick. Hit about the 40, takes a roll, and still, and all of a sudden, Walls comes up on a hop, but he's covered by 3 defenders right there, gets a couple of tough yards out to the 44-yard line. Bit of a gamble there by Cade, but I think he just thought, I'll just catch him asleep that time. Coomer and Herndon were right there to make the tackle. However, the Rams still get good field position to start their second drive of the night.
We've seen Cade a few times this year let that thing bounce and then continue to roll. That time he saw that he was going to get a good bounce up, and he had time to get up and get his hands on it or put it away before the defense was going to get there. So he saved Paoli a few yards in the process and got a few extra on top of that.
Rams marched 62 yards in their first scoring drive, put Padgett in motion. Here's the option to the left side. Spire's going to toss it to Padgett, cuts back at the 50 to the 45, runs over on one defender, down another, and he gets across the 50 to the 41-yard line. Pick up close to 14, 15 yards on that play. Landon Norris, the linebacker, finally able to make the tackle. But just good patient running by Padgett to let that form and then find a nice little cutback lane.
Yeah, he's just sitting back there basically, running along with the quarterback in Spires. When Spires decides, yep, I've had enough of this, he pitches, and Padgett's right there. He made one move to the inside, bulldozed one of the defensive players, and got forward for a nice gain of 15.
1st and 10 at the 41 of Eastern Green, out of the gun formation. Spires drops back to pass, looks to the right. Over the middle, he's got his receiver. That is Beckley, and he has a nice catch and a first down to the 23-yard line. Pick up a close to 18 on the play, and the Rams able to move the chains. A little slant pattern for Beckley, and for Colton, that's his second reception of the season.
Always there with good hands, able to come up with the reception. And that's already 4 first downs on the night for Paoli. Very balanced, 2 as a result of running it, 2 as a result of passing it.
Colton getting the start tonight on the offense with Sullivan out with that hand injury. 1st down and 10 at the 27-yard line. Back to pass again out of the gun. Fires it down the left side to Hannon. Hannon way over his head into the end zone. Hannon was covered back there nicely by Decker, the outside linebacker. The sail's incomplete, but what Cooper did there was the fact, okay, if I'm going to throw it, I'm going to make sure my guy is the only guy that's got a chance.
Yeah, well overthrown, and I don't know that Hannon was expecting that. I think the decoy route up front where you're just going to set up in a hole in the zone, that's what they were hoping to get more attention. But when Spires throws that deep instead of going down low, it was still well covered.
Rams go to the spread again out of the gun formation. Spires with the snap, rolls to his right, looking down the sideline. He's got a man, and it goes incomplete. Really had 2 men crossing right there. Hannon cut right in front of Beckley at about the 5-yard line, and I think Colton just kind of gave up on it, thinking, okay, it's going to be Tyler's football, and Tyler never got to it.
It was kind of one of those I got it, you take it kind of things. Hannon saw that he wasn't going to be able to get to it after initially reaching for it, and Beckley, like you say, when he sees Hannon reaching for it, he says, well, that's not intended for me, and he kind of gave up on trying to catch.
Big 3rd down play here, 3rd down and 10. Rams go under center out of the flex bone, and on the option here, Spires toss it to Padgett. He's to the 20, down the sideline to the 10, 5, breaks a tackle at the 6, and he is in for the score. Padgett on the option around right side scores his 2nd touchdown of the night. This is a 27-yard touchdown run for the Rams senior running back. And Padgett with that TD run the right sideline. It's the Rams up now by a score of 13-0 with 6:24 to go here in the first quarter of play.
Padgett just makes it look so easy. He is just that much better of an athlete and is that much faster than anybody that Eastern Green has on the field. He was coasting the first 10 yards of that.
Gavina's extra point, swings it right through again, keeps that stringer going, and the Rams jump out early here, 14-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. 6:24 to go in quarter number 1. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than In Focus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At In Focus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. In Focus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
6:24 to go in the first quarter. Paoli opens just like you hoped they would. 2 possessions, 2 scores, leading it now 14-0, and ready to kick again to the Eastern Green Thunderbirds. And Paoli, after a 3-and-out the first time defensively, they're going to try for another one on this possession.
Back deep, Ingle King and McNeil to field the kick from Alvaro Gavina. Alvaro approaches, and a nice high end-over-end kick. McNeil settles underneath of it at the 16. Going to hand it off to Ingle King on the reverse. Comes up the right side, breaks one tackle. He's up across the 35, and finally going to be brought down across the 40. Has a nice little trickery play there in the kickoff return, and Albertson in there on the tackle. And that's going to be good field position here for the Thunderbirds of Eastern Green, 1st and 10, right at their 45-yard line.
Yep, little trickeration, little razzle-dazzle. I think Paoli was prepared for it, though, because watching the coverage on that side of the field where the ball eventually went, none of those guys got out of their lanes. They were responsible defensively, and Didn't get to him right off the bat, but did eventually.
Go to the spread offense, 2 slots with a single man in the backfield. Quarterback going to hand it off to Ingle King. Nowhere to go. He is hit in the backfield. Great job that time by Wyatt Baker, who's really come on well here the last 2 or 3 weeks, playing some really good football on both sides of the line, and that's a loss of 3. Make it 2nd and 13.
Well, that was actually a point of emphasis, not only in the scouting report, but I'm sure in practice this past week, was how long the defensive linemen especially were kind of lingering with the guy that was blocking them. They want to get rid of them quick. They did that time, and in the process got in the backfield for a quick stop.
Ball at the 43, 2nd down and 13. Single set back out of the gun. Penny Cup has it. He's going to drop back to pass, looking, fires it over the middle, and the ball is going to be incomplete. A little bit of hand fighting back there. Headed for Coomer at about the 33-yard line. Walls along with Cunningham back there in coverage for Paoli. Falls incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd down and long for the Thunderbird offense.
Good when you can call out a couple of different defensive back names in the coverage, and right there with the receiver, Paoli responsible and able to provide enough of a distraction, let's say, that the receiver was not able to come up with it.
Big 3rd down play here for the Thunderbirds. Penny Cup out of the gun formation. Ingle King sets back up in the backfield right behind him. Put Jones in motion to the right side. Handed off the
ball's loose.
Ingle King had it stripped away at the 41, 42-yard line. Rams say that they have it. We've got to unpile everybody first before, and they do. And the official said, yes, it is, as Paoli able to come up with that football. And coming out of there with it for the Rams, I believe might have been either Wyatt Baker, I believe number 50 came out of there possibly with it. Anyway, the Rams get it on a big turnover on the fumble recovery.
I thought it was one of the defensive linemen that came up with it, reason being just where it fell. That ball never made it from the quarterback to the running back. It was lost somewhere in transition, and Paoli was on it quick. That's the first turnover of the night against Eastern Green.
Rams have it at the 41-yard line, hand it right off the middle. Here's Hannon, the fullback, still bullying his way down across the 35. Pyle still moving, and the official stopped him on the sideline at the 34. Now he has to go down to the 33. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the play for the Rams fullback, and Paoli will have it 2nd down and short. And the final man to get off the bottom of the pile is Bolin, the defensive end.
2 carries for Hannon, 18 yards, both carries, just like that one, where he just gets in, gets his pads low, and keeps driving and driving, waits for a push from his offensive lineman or one of the other halfbacks, and he's able to bull his way forward for a nice gain again.
Rams back to the flex bone, put a man in motion, going to toss it left side. Thornton waiting for blockers to develop. Cuts up at the numbers to the 30, to the 25, 20, breaks a tackle at the 15, heads to the right side, steps out of another tackle at the 10, and Justin Thornton will run it in from 33 yards out as he is able to use that strength and speed to fend off 3 defenders on his way to the end zone for his first touchdown run of the night.
Well, when he made that cutback to the middle of the field, it was almost as if he's saying, you don't have enough guys out here to tackle me. They had 6 or 7 between him and the goal line, and he just kind of shrugged them off time and again and got it into the end zone for the score. 3rd touchdown of the night for the Rams. Go for point number 21. Gavina high kick, and it will sail up and good. And the Rams now jump and expand that lead to 21-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James scoreboard. 4:20 to go in the first quarter of play. Homecoming at Cook Field. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Hi, this is John Bender. Since 1931, Bender Lumber has been providing superior service along with quality, innovative building products at fair, competitive prices. In communities throughout southern Indiana, our locations are the primary supplier to residential builders, professional remodelers, as well as do-it-yourselfers who rely on our knowledgeable sales staff to do whatever it takes to proudly serve them and to get the job done. So here's to the first 90 years of local people serving local needs at Bender Lumber. Fiber.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call Robin Brown today and tell her that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
McNeil on the kickoff took it at the 10, and then Cade Walls brought him down like a bad habit at about the 21-yard line, and that's where it'll be first down and 10 for the Eastern Green Thunderbirds, who have struggled in their first two possessions with the football.
Hey, I was just sitting here during the break thinking it's good to have number 10 and number 33 on our side. Those kids, they are just athletes, to say the least, and they are tough to deal with for anybody, let alone Eastern Green tonight.
They are matchup problems, that is for sure. First and 10 at the 22-yard line. Penny Cup out of the gun formation, three receivers to the right. He reaches out. He's going to try and run, but he'll go nowhere as Chase Case runs him down, and that'll be a loss back inside the 20, close to about the 16, 17-yard line. At that time, Penny Cup, the freshman, it's one thing Coach Nykirk talked about in the pregame, decision-making by his freshmen, and that was not one that will go on the plus side.
Yeah, and it is just such a huge step up from 7th, 8th grade football to varsity football all of a sudden. He doesn't get the JV in between to kind of get used to that speed. You're going all the way to Friday night speed, and it takes a good long while to adjust.
Loss of 5 on the play, make it second down at 15 at the 17, put a man in motion to the left side. Back to pass over the middle, and it's intercepted at the 30-yard line. Pass coming up, Cade Walls with the interception for the Rams, returns it to 10, back to the 20. And Cade Walls with the interception for Paoli, his first of the season, and the second consecutive turnover for the Thunderbirds.
Paoli drops in zone coverage, basically. Walls has that quadrant of the field, let's say, and just as soon as he sees the quarterback lock on that receiver, he's breaking on the ball. He gets there well in advance, comes down with the interception, returns it a few yards, and sets Paoli up.
Rams have it first and 10 at the 20 of the Thunderbirds, leading it already 21-0 with 3:20 to go in the first half. Come down out of the flex bone on the option, toss it back. Thornton again. He'll make this rather Case, cuts back at the 15 to the 10, and finally rolled down inside the 10 near the 7 or 8 yard line. Has come up there quickly. Jones and Deckard on the tackle. That'll be enough for a first down all the way down to the 8 yard line. That'll be a pickup of 12. So nice run by Case for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Case made a nice cut when he got to about the 15 yard line or so. Saw that opening to the inside and was able to avoid a couple of tacklers before the third one got him down there at the 8 yard line.
Good to see that big positive run because Chase came in with a -9 overall net. Now he's on the plus side and ready to build on it. Paoli back to the flex bone, first and goal from the 8 yard line over on the left hash mark. And before the snap is made, we've got penalty flags. Timeout going to be taken by the Rams. Play clock had run down to almost 0, and Coach Neil Dittmer quickly called timeout to save any penalty situation. 2:40 to go in the first quarter. All Rams on homecoming, leading at 21-0, looking for more. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
2:40 left in the first quarter. That's the time showing on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. That scoreboard lit up in Paoli's favor, 21-0, still in the first quarter. And Paoli, they are inside the 10 and threatening again. They've got it first and goal. The ball spotted down at the 8 yard line, and that's where Paoli will start with it on this series of downs. Paoli took the timeout. Play clock was running down, didn't want to give up 5 yards in that instance, and as a result, call the timeout and still have first and goal.
Go back to the spread, out of the gun, Hannon in motion, but the inside counter play, it's Paget to the corner of the end zone, and able to scamper in for another touchdown here tonight for the Rams. And Dane's third score of this ball game. And just like that, from 8 yards out, the Rams able to take advantage of the Walls interception. And Paget hits pay dirt for Paoli to put the score up to 27-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. This coming with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. Alvaro Gavina out there again for the fourth time already here in this quarter. And there's movement along the line of scrimmage, no flag. Gavina's kick is, up, and it hit the right upright, no good. And so it goes no good, and that will break the streak for Alvaro. But the Rams lead it 27-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Tired of
McNeil
slow
and
internet
Engelking
and
back
weak
deep,
Wi-Fi?
nice high
Get
end over
connected
and
with
kick.
Orange
McNeil
County
at the 10,
Fiber,
bobble it,
your
got it
local
back,
reliable
takes
fiber
the handoff,
internet
going to
service.
keep it up the middle and goes down at the 21-yard line. Once again, the Rams not fooled at all. It's coming up, man, we've talked about quite a bit already here tonight for Paoli. That's Wyatt Baker, number 50, and also number 59 in there, Landon Smith, making a nice tackle for the Rams in coverage right at the 21-yard line.
I'll tell you right now, if this were golf we were playing, this would be a cart path only kind of night. You've seen several players lose their footing, and that an instance right there, you can see how the field just tore up right where his foot slipped out from underneath of him, and you're going to see a lot of that by the end of the night tonight, I think, after we finally got some rain.
Yes, first and 10, back to the spread formation. Pennycup all by himself. Nobody in motion. Now he does high snap. He has to go up and get it. He's going to toss it back to the left side. Brown cuts upfield, gets inside the numbers, out beyond the 20, out close to the 23, 24-yard line. As Paoli quickly in there on the tackle for the Rams, and led there by Kentley Scholl, number 76. A gain of a couple by Brown. Make it second down and 8, just shy of the 24-yard line.
Probably the best run play by Eastern Green so far tonight. Got the high snap corralled, and in the process ran that option down to the left side, got a kick-out block for the running back, and he was able to cut inside of it for a nice gain.
Pennycup brings Engelking back with him in the backfield, puts a man in motion to the right side. Option comes this way, going to be tossed, but Jones has nowhere to go. Rams read that perfectly. Beckley comes up to make the big hit for that Rams defense, and that's going to be a loss all the way back to the 17-yard line.
This will be another third down conversion opportunity for Eastern Green. 0 for 2 so far. Paoli patient defensively that time. You saw Thornton out here on the end. He was just waiting for his block to get up to him. His job is contain, wait for the help to arrive. He takes up that blocker and in the process gives the defensive backs a chance to come up and linebackers a chance to come up and make that hit.
Third down and 14, the ball on the 17-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Single setback behind Pennycup, the quarterback out of the gun. Brown in motion. Now he comes back to stay with his quarterback. Looks out of the backfield. That may be a high ball, but their official's going to say no, it was a forward pass. Coming there, Engelking just running almost parallel to his spot in the backfield. Unfortunately, the official thought it was far enough out in front of him that it was going to be a forward pass.
And I think Eastern Green not only fortunate in that regard, but fortunate because their right guard also kind of raised up before the snap of the ball. Didn't get flagged for it. The pass incomplete. That means Pentecoff is now 1 out of 4 passing for 0 yards.
McCormick back to punt. Wall sets up at the 45. McCormick, low line drive kick. Kick 35-40, 45 near midfield. Wall's going to pick it up at midfield, trying to spin out of a tackle, and he does. Down the right sideline to the 45, cuts back up at the numbers, and there the pursuit will finally bring him down. Wyatt Craig, number 52, leading the charge, along with Landon Norris, number 50. But again, a late pickup that time by Wall. See if he can kind of lull that coverage into sleep. But the Rams will still have it in great field position, first down and 10 at the 42 of Eastern Green.
Yeah, you didn't feel as comfortable about him reaching down to grab that one as you did the last one. Didn't get that high bounce up to him, but was able to go ahead and make the catch or the reception on the kick and made the first man miss. That's what you'll see a lot with Cade running that ball. The first man will miss. It's just a matter of if he can build up that momentum after he misses to get past the next one.
Rams lead at 27-0 with 24 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play on homecoming. Cooper Spires brings up the offense, goes to the flex bone formation, put a man in motion to the right side. Going to come with the option to the left side. He's to the 40, cuts up field, gets near the 35, and driven out of bounds before he got there near the 36, 37-yard line. Jones in there on the tackle along with Brown. And that will stop the clock and will mean we'll have one more play here in this first quarter of play after a gain of 6 on the play for the Rams QB.
Yeah, kind of made it easy on the defense that time. Not enough distance between the quarterback and the pitch man. And in the process, you're basically able to cover both of them with one defensive player. Spires holds on to it, gets a nice gain out of it, 5, almost 6 yards, and brings up second down.
Rams go back to the traditional flex bone with 2 receivers to the right side. Thornton in motion to the right side, come down, hand it off, met right at the line of scrimmage, then sidesteps to his left and able to bull and twist his way down inside the 35 near the 33-yard line. He'll be very close to another Rams first down, but going to be just short, and it'll be 3rd and 1 as the first quarter of play comes to a close. A big one for the Rams on homecoming tonight at Cook Field. All over Eastern Green, 27-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Well, 1 quarter in the books, and a pretty good quarter for Paoli as they lead Eastern Green 27-0 after 1. And Paoli, they have the football again down there at the 33-yard line. See what they can do with it after forcing Eastern Green to kick it away again. So far on the night, Paoli pretty much able to do whatever they want to do, both offensively and defensively, to the point now where I think we will see limited action for the players like Padgett and Thornton, and you start getting some of the backups in there already.
Rams have it. 3rd down and 2. Ball at the 33-yard line. This coming after the punt from Eastern Green. First play of this second quarter. Rams go to the spread out of the gun formation. Cooper Spires with 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Back to pass on 3rd down, looking, fires to the right side. Always got Walls all alone, but he leaves him just too much at the 4-yard line. Cade had to just stretch out and got a hand on it, and it goes incomplete, and we'll bring it back and go 4th down and 2.
Yeah, thrown on a line, you had to have just a little more air underneath of it. That way, Walls would have been able to run underneath of it. As it is, he was able to dive and get a hand on it, just couldn't reel that thing in. I think maybe we need to invest with some of those gloves that are practically like the old Stickum. If he'd have been able to do that, that would have been a highlight reel one-handed grab, I think.
Here come the Rams. Go to that bunch formation, quarterback under center, as they just bull their way right up through, pushing the quarterback. No, coming out to the right side, breaking it is Thornton to the 15 to the 20. 10-5 touchdown, Justin Thornton. Looked like he was stopped, and he was right at the initial line of scrimmage, but then Padgett kind of pulled him out, directed him to the right side, and he had all green to the end zone.
And Eastern Green defended it. They had that play stopped, but like I say, it was just that play by Thornton as he pops free out the right-hand side. Of course, everybody defensively is going to collapse on that spot, and when they do, that opens some things up. And I think that's what you're starting to see with that play on other levels is they're trying to get outside instead of going right at the defense.
And before we get this kick off, we have a penalty flag, and this one I believe will go against Eastern Green. See what the Rams want to do. They normally bring the kicking team off and put the offense on, and that's going to be the switch, I believe, made. Never really seen. Now the official does mark it off. So the PAT will go for 2 after the penalty.
That'll get that 35-point margin. Now Paoli will just have to hold that. If they're successful here, just have to hold that margin until halftime, and then you're looking at a running clock in the second half.
Rams need one
They
more
need a
play.
Yeah, need 2 plays.
Landon Smith will be – no, Landon goes out, and checking quickly in will be Owen Llewellyn, number 55, one of the backup linemen, the sophomore. Play clock down to 10. Still got plenty. Back to the flex bone formation. Under center is Spires for the 2-point conversion. Spires going to drop back, look, fade into the corner, a jump ball, and up and good, and pull down as the Rams able to execute that
Thornton,
on the nice play out there with Thornton just coming out of the backfield with that athletic ability. And the Rams lead at 35-0 here with 11:39 to go in the half. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Invest
Are
where it
you ready to
matters
see the
most.
world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Well, 11:39 to go in the first half. Eastern Green, they may not know it, but they have employed the wear out the cheerleader strategy. Of course, the Paoli girls, they do a jumping jack for each point scored after each score. So this time, 35 jumping jacks. The last time it was 27. The time before that, 21, and 14 before that, and 7 before that. And they're adding up, and I'd say they're in triple digits already and going to be worn out.
McNeil and Ingle-King back deep. Gavina ready to kick it off for the Rams one more time here, just getting started in this second quarter. High end over end kick, and it's going to be fielded by Ingle-King inside the 10 at the 8, up to Hash to the 15 to the 20. He's out near the 30 and finally going to be upended at the 31-yard line as Dane Padgett in there on the tackle for the Rams along with Derek Albertson. And it's going to be first down and 10 for this Thunderbird offense as they come back out on the field. And it's been a tough road to hoe so far tonight for this Thunderbird offense.
Has been. And Paoli defensively, they have been in control. You look at the number of negative plays for Eastern Green. You got, 5 of their 6 running attempts have been negative plays.
Pennycuff out of the gun formation, single set back with Ingle-King, put man in motion, that's Jones. Going to hand it off to Ingle-King, but there's no running room up the middle, and he's going to be throwing back behind the line of scrimmage. Tyler Hannon, the Rams linebacker, able to finally get off a defender and throwing for a loss of a couple. Jace Brown gets up very slowly.
Yeah.
Going to give him a -1 on that carry to make it second down and 11.
Yeah, I think Brown was basically a lead block on that play, and he came up the worst of it, holding that right elbow. Going to have to watch that. That's something you don't want to mess around with too much.
Pennycuff gets the play in from the sideline, going to split Herndon out wide to the right side. Coomer comes to the left. 2 slots and a single setback with Pennycuff in the backfield. That's Ingle-King. Gets the snap, drops back to pass, fires it out to the flat. Oh, and it is dropped at the 35-yard line as Jones had it and then looked upfield just a split second too soon, and he bobbled it and it goes incomplete. Walls was out there along with Case in coverage for the Paoli defense.
Yeah, Case kind of undercut the route that time, nearly came up with at least a deflection. He was kind of reaching out, and in the process distracted the wide receiver from being able to come up with that. So that'll make it 3rd and long for Eastern Green, 3rd and 11. This will be the 4th time that they faced a 3rd down conversion opportunity.
Thunderbirds have been in this situation, I'm sure, too many times for Coach Nykirk. Put a man in motion to the left side, get a little pirouette, a little inside handoff. On the counter play, it goes to Jones from left to right. A lot of movement and motion on that. Able to get the ball out across the 33, maybe 34-yard line. Gain of close to 4, maybe 5 on the play, and it's still going to be 4th down and long, 4th down and 7.
Kind of a Brownstown feel to that play with all the deception that they do and all the spinning of the quarterback and misdirection. Paoli stayed at home and, as a result, brought the runner down after a gain of close to 5 yards. That's the most successful of the plays tonight for Eastern Green.
Caden McCormick back out the punt again, gets a good snap, boots it out of there. This is a nice one, turns over. Walls fields it at the 34-yard line to the 35. Oh, he got horse collared, and we've got a penalty flag back at the 32 for some reason. I think he might have just been marking where he started.
Yeah, that was the mark for the start. They did not throw a flag for the horse collar. Looked like it was awfully close to that if it wasn't, but they say play on. And as a result, Paoli, they will take it over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Excellent field position. Now let's see if the beat will go on for Paoli offensively. Looks like the starters, for the most part, are still in there.
Rams lead at 35-0, 9:47 to go here before halftime. Paoli breaking this game wide open in that first quarter of play, setting the tone early. Go to the Flexbone offense, 1st down and 10. Spires under center, put a man in motion, comes right down. Here's Hanna, big running room up the middle across midfield, steps out of a tackle for 45, still on his feet, and he drives inside close to the 37, 38-yard line, and then penalty flags come flying in there on the play. That tackle quickly made in there by number 11, Zach Herndon. And we'll see.
Flag's going to be face masked against Eastern Green. As Hannon he'd kind of spun with his back toward the goal line where he was headed, and one of the Eastern Green boys just reached in, grabbed a hold of that face mask, and pulled on it, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. That, by the way, the first penalty on either team tonight, and it goes against Eastern Green.
Run of nearly 20 that time for Tyler, wasn't it?
Yeah, 19 on the run, 15 on the penalty, 34 gained, and Hannon now 4 carries, 41 yards, nice healthy average of better than 10 per carry.
Came in averaging about 4.5 per carry, so he'll raise that average. Rams quickly break out of the huddle, 1st down and 10 at the 21-yard line of Eastern Green. Back to the Flexbone offense. Spires under center. Robbins is the fullback. Little counter play right side. Here's Padgett, cuts up the middle. He's to the 10, to the 5, and drags the defender in for the touchdown. Dane Padgett, another touchdown here on homecoming, celebrating in a big way. Padgett this time from 21 yards out on the touchdown. Just that burst of speed up the middle, found a little bit of a crease, and then finally some defense got to him about the 5, but by that time he had a head of steam and nobody was going to stop him.
No, and that was one of those instances where he needed that speed to get through and past the defenders and used it to his advantage.
Gavina for the extra point. Snap back, down, kick up, and it is good. And the Rams tack on point number 42 of the ball game as they lead it here tonight by a score of 42-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Inflation and other economic factors can keep you from getting the best results from your investments. Raymond James financial advisor Jamie Sullivan may be able to help you find ways to stay ahead of inflation, save money on your taxes, and prepare for retirement. Call Jamie Sullivan at 812-849-2670, located in Mitchell, for an appointment. Raymond James & Associates, Incorporated. Member of the New York Stock Exchange, SIPC, Life Well Planned.
Paoli showing no signs of taking their foot off the gas just yet, leading it 42-0, and still 9:19 left in the first half of play. Paoli will be kicking it off again to Eastern Green, and they will just wait for the officials to say ready for play, and we will be ready to go.
McNeil and Ingle King back deep with 9:19 still to go here in this first half of play. 4 touchdowns already for Dane Padgett. Nice end-over-end kick. McNeil back to the 5, heads up middle of the field, veers to the right to the 20, breaks a tackle and then upended at the 25-yard line. As coming up through there, as get a number here real quick. I believe that was Colt Bonta, number 18.
Yep, I'm seeing 18.
So Colt, nice job on his lane right up the middle on that kickoff coverage. And Eastern Green will have it first down and 10. Mark it at the 26-yard line of the Thunderbirds.
That's one of those hits. They're both going full speed, and Bonta not only knocked him down but knocked him back. And it's one of those deals where you want to get the number of that train if you're the one that got hit by it.
Pennycuff out of the gun with Ingle King the single setback. Goes 2 receivers to the right, 1 slot on the right, and 1 receiver to the left on first down and 10. Pennycuff with the snap, drops back to pass, fires it over the middle. It is caught at the 35, and it's off to the races. And down the middle of the field and cutting to the right side is Aiden Deckard. And Deckard's going to go all the way in for the score as he was on a quick slant over the middle. And Deckard, and that one is a huge play, by far the biggest of the night, 74 yards on the touchdown pass to Deckard. And all of a sudden, here come the Thunderbirds, a little bit of life.
And Deckard, that time, he caught it in stride, was wide open right in the middle of the field, and he's got some speed.
Yes,
he was picking them up, putting them down. Nobody from Paoli was going to be able to catch him.
Go for the extra point. It will be McCormick for the Thunderbirds. See if they can add on this extra point. Right now, 42-6. Low snap, good hold, though. Kick is up, and it hits the left upright, and it is no good. And that will keep the score at 42-6 in favor of the Rams. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
8:50 remaining in the first half of play, and what it was a very much one-sided affair in favor of Paoli. Still one-sided, but Eastern Green showing some fight with that last play that went 74 yards for a touchdown score, and that was just what they needed, something to give them some confidence and something to build on.
It's about 50-plus yards after the catch on that pass play. But give Deckard, you're right, man, he turned on the jets when he got near midfield, and the Rams could not catch him. So McCormick ready to kick off as Paoli will have Hannon and Walls back deep to receive this at kickoff for Paoli. Finally, Thunderbirds get their 11th man out there on the kickoff coverage. Again, this score comes with 8:50 to go before intermission. Rams see if they can get things steadied again when they get their offense back out there and they can answer this lightning-quick touchdown put on the board by the Thunderbirds. McCormick approaches the football, and a little pooch kick fielded at the 40, bobbled, and finally going to be covered wisely there at the 40-yard line. Thought they might try a little trickery with the little onside kick, but no, they just kind of pooched it over to that left side. And Bonta, I believe, Beckley came up with it, bobbled it just a bit, but then Colton able to get both hands and secure it for the Rams, and they'll have it first and 10 at their own 40-yard line to begin this drive with 8:45 to go.
All right, get back to what you were doing before. Gave up that one play on the defensive side. That's just one of those deals. You know, you can't ease up when you're playing, and Paoli will try to get that score back now.
Rams first and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Go to the flex bone offense. Spires will be under center. Seen a lot of the spread so far, though, here tonight. Thornton in motion down the left side. Handed off running room. Here's Hannon. hits a couple of tacklers and moves them forward right out the midfield, and he'll have another Rams first down as he just kept on motoring and rolling over a couple of those defenders, and finally Herndon in there on the tackle, and the Rams have it at midfield, first down and 10.
Yeah, that time Hannon, it was like he was just looking for somebody to run into, and when he did, he just knocked them down or knocked them back. Gain of 10 on the play, another first down for Paoli. Add them all up, and there's 7 so far tonight.
Landon Smith, Lucas Schinkel, Dom Garcia, Kentley Show, Wyatt Baker leading the way. Also seen Owen Llewellyn in there as well as Landon Baker from time to time. Rams put a man in motion to the right side. Here's the option. Keep cutting up is Spires. Takes it up across the middle, across the 45, and brought down near the 42, 43-yard line as they finally get everybody untangled from the bottom of that pile. McNeil is down there along with Perkins. Be a gain of 7 on the play, make it second down at 3.
Now that time Spires cutting back across the grain. Paoli was getting a good push to his right, but he saw that opening back to his left, cutting back, and was able to get it forward for a nice gain of 7, bring up second down and short.
Manageable second down you like to be in. Second down and 3 with 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Rams up 42-6. Put Thornton in motion to the left side, come down the left side, keep it, toss it to Thornton, cuts upfield, spins out of a tackle, but then the pursuit gets him, but not before he gets a gain of 4 and another Rams first down to the 39-yard line. Coming up there, Jones on the tackle. Really pretty good job that time by that defense to slow him up and keep him from really getting ahead of steam. Also in there was Baker on that tackle. But it is enough for another Paoli first down.
Good job defensively by Eastern Green, especially when you see that big kid running at you, and you got to make that business decision. Do I make the tackle or not?
First down and 10 for the Rams at the 38-yard line. Man in motion to the right side. Fake the toss, hand it off. Here's Hannon running room. Up the middle, veers to his left. Got to get inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line before he's finally spun around and brought down there in the field of play. Coming up there on that tackle for the Thunderbirds, Ingle King, number 2, along with 77 Dixon, the nose guard. Another gain of 7 to make it second down and 3.
Just getting that push right up the middle that time and get in behind your blockers, make Eastern Green get in underneath of them to be able to start tripping people up, and that's what they did.
Second down for the Rams. Ball in the middle of the field at the 32-yard line. Back to the flex bone. Man in motion to the right side. Come down on the keeper Spires to the 30. Breaks outside and going to be driven out of bounds as he gets a Rams first down to the 26-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6 on the play. Quickly over there was Jones, the quarterback, to make the tackle, but not before the Rams quarterback able to move the chains, and it's first down and 10.
Well, a more methodical type of drive this time. It hasn't been the big plays so much as Paoli just kind of moving it down the field. As a result, the first down starting to pile up. See a substitution at quarterback this time. Spires comes off. Thornton goes in.
He'll run the offense out of the flex bone. Padgett comes in at a wing back on that left side. He comes in motion, come down, and going to hand it off. Here's Hannon. Hannon met right at the line of scrimmage, still twisting and turning. He might get 1 yard out of there, but a nice play that time coming up through on the defense. Alex Dixon, the big nose guard, number 77, and one of the few plays that the Rams did not get a good push on that line of scrimmage, and it's second down and 9.
Yeah, and it's one of those plays that earlier in the season you were seeing Hannon get that ball stripped from him, and Eastern Green, they were definitely reaching in, trying to get a hold of it and take it away, but Hannon just wouldn't give it up.
Second down and 9. A little bit of different timing with the new quarterback. We'll see how it goes. Second down and long. Thornton going to toss it right side. Padgett. He's got running room. He's to the 20, to the 15, ducks outside to the 10, 5, tiptoes down the sideline, and he is in from 25 yards out. 4th touchdown of the night for Dane Padgett. Actually, he's able to run it in one more time, so Padgett adding up the scores here tonight on the touchdown run for Paoli. With 4:33 to go here in this second quarter of play. And the Rams lead at 48-6 as they go for the extra point. As Alvaro in there, out of the hold of Spires. Good snap, Good hold, kick up, and it is good. So the mechanism perfect there. The PAT is good. And the Rams stretch the lead back out to 49-6 with 4:33 to go. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7 or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
Paoli able to answer the Eastern Green score with one of their own plus an additional point. So that spreads it out to a 43-point margin now. It's 49-6. 4:33 to go in the first half of play, and Paoli ready to kick it away again. And I just realized Paoli within 1 point of half 100.
That's right.
And a half.
Has his fifth touchdown, fourth on the ground tonight. And Gavina, nice high end-over-end kick. This one boots it, sails through both of the receivers. They kind of got crossed up, and fortunately for Eastern Green, it sails into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback for Paoli's kickoff team, and that will pin them back for the Thunderbirds. First down and 10 at the 20-yard line to start this drive. It's been all Rams here in this first half of play. They jumped out to a 42-0 lead. Now to remember, though, pass over the middle the last time for the Thunderbirds, and they had that quick strike offense. Let's see if they might want to try some more of that type of offensive plays, as Penny Cup now with 2 touchdowns on the season through the air. Single setback, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, slot to the right side and left. High snap, fired out into the left flat, caught there by Coomer, and nope, he dropped it.
Yeah, had it right in his hands. One of those deals where he's ready to run with it before he's got it secured.
I think he had good peripheral vision and saw a lot of purple.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He heard footsteps coming, and there were a bunch of them running to him.
Goes incomplete. Make it second down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Just took a few seconds off the clock. Play brought in. Pennycuff relays it to his teammates. He'll break him out of the huddle. Split 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Slot goes right side. Engelking stays in the backfield with him on second down and 10. Out of the gun, looking quick pass out of the flat. Oh, and it's nearly picked off, but it's pulled down by Herndon, and Herndon has a first down out to the 34-yard line. Well, the Rams gambled on that one. I believe that might have been Walls, and just mistimed it by about a half second, or he'd have been off to the races with a pick six. But instead, it comes back to a big completion, a gain of 15 out to the 35.
That is actually going to be the first down of the night for Eastern Green. Remember, they had that big 74-yard touchdown pass, but didn't get a first down technically on that. That'll be their first down of the night.
First down and 10 at the 35 of the Thunderbirds. As Pennycuff out of the gun, drops back to pass, fires it out into the flat. Engelking has it to the 40, 45, 50, running room left sideline in the Rams territory. Then as he tried to cut at the 40-yard line, he skates out of bounds. But another big chunk play up to the 41-yard line for this Thunderbird offense. And all of a sudden, they've got some rhythm to their offense and going and moving the ball downfield.
You give Pennycuff enough time to throw. Looks like he's going to be accurate enough with it. That time, Engelking comes down with the reception. A gain of 24 on the play and another Eastern Green first down.
In the Rams territory at the 41-yard line, single setback, 2 receivers to the right, slot to the right side, single receiver to the left. Fake the man in motion, hand it off to Engelking. He runs it right up the middle. He's inside the 40, close to the 38-yard line. He'll pick up 3 on that play. As the Rams were ready for that little delayed run, and coming up through there, Ryan Baker in there on the tackle, along with Cannon for the Rams defense. And seeing there as well, Tidal Ross, 74, didn't start tonight, but he will always see a lot of action on that D-line.
Yeah, he's going to anchor it right in the middle this time, and see if he can't get some push. He's facing another big kid right across from him.
Second down and 7. Pennycuff out of the gun formation. Engelking right to his left, 2 receivers to the right. Gets a snap, drops back, fires it over the middle, and this one is going to be picked off by Hannon at the 35 to the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35 down the left sideline to the 20, 10, 5, and touchdown Hannon, as Hannon gets a pick six of nearly 64 yards that time, and the Rams defense comes up with a huge score.
Yeah, Hannon just kind of sitting back there saying, I hope he throws it over this way, and the quarterback obliged, and he made a nice move once he got into open space with just the one man to beat, made that move and got up for the touchdown. Ended what was showing promise as far as the drive.
Yeah,
for
hold
Eastern
everything.
Green.
I think we've got a penalty flag that's on the return after the interception, and that will wipe the points off the board for Tyler. We'll walk it back, but the Rams will have possession in Thunderbird territory at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, so the interception will stand. The return will not. That'll be the third turnover of the night against Eastern Green. 2 interceptions and 1 fumble lost.
Paoli will come back with the ball at the 48-yard line. The Eastern Green Rams have had decent field position all night long, and they've been able to take advantage of it every time that they've had it. They have been very efficient here on the offense. Now 2:52 to go. We'll see just exactly how Coach Neil Dittmer wants to play this one, as Paoli will have it. First down and 10. Go to the flex bone offense. Man in motion to the right side. Thornton under center. Thornton going to hand it off. Robbins, the ball is loose on the field. Mad scramble for it. Finally, the Rams covered. I believe Thornton got back on it for Paoli as the ball was punched away. It will be a loss, though, of close to 5 on the play. First time that Rams have put the ball on the turf in several games.
Yep, not as sharp right now as when they started off, and not too big of a surprise with the score being such that it is. But Paoli going to have to take better care of that football. It got punch free that time. First time they put the ball on the ground tonight. Fortunate to get it back. Now they've got second and long.
Spires back in at quarterback on second down at 15. Put a man in motion. Going to keep it on the option. Toss it back, but nowhere to run. And a really nice play coming up through there on the defense. Number 3, Brown from that secondary. Bonta on the carry, but man, Colt had nowhere to go, and another loss. So back-to-back plays where the Ross have had loss of negative yards for the Rams offense. Ball marked at the 43-yard line, and they have to get it all the way across midfield to the 38-yard line. Officially third down and close to 20.
Yeah, Paoli will go for it on third down here, having been successful on their previous 2 tries, and they've got a long way to go.
Flexbone offense, Case in motion to the left side, fake the toss. He's got a man wide open. That is Walls has to come back to him, and there's contact as the defender back there, Coomer had his back to the pass. He was not playing the ball. He was just shielding the man, and there was contact as Walls had to come back to it. If Cooper had put a little bit more on the line, Walls had beaten that defender, but it should be enough for a first down.
I think to a certain extent maybe what Spires is thinking is last time I overthrew him. Now this time I'm not going to do that because he is so wide open. The penalty should, if they mark it off from the original line of scrimmage, it still won't be a first down unless it's an automatic first down.
Officials are going to call it. Still going to be third down yet.
Should be
However,
third and about 4.
A lot more manageable than third and 19. Move the down marker all the way across midfield and spotted at the 42.
Second penalty of the night against Eastern Green. Both have been majors. One a face mask, another with the pass interference. Paoli facing a third and manageable.
3rd and 4 at the 42-yard line out of the flex bone offense. Under center, the quarterback. This time it's going to be Thornton, but we get a penalty flag before all of that transpires. If the Rams get caught for this one, if it is, it'll put them even further back behind the chains, and it is going to be marked off against the purple and gold, illegal procedure.
First penalty of the night against Paoli. And just one of those deals where you've got a backup quarterback in, signal call, a little bit different than what the starter has, and somebody jumps anticipating when the call was going to be made.
Third down and 9 facing the Rams offense as Padgett comes back into the ball game for the Rams. Gain already a huge first half with 5 touchdowns, 4 on the ground. Third down and 9 at the 47-yard line. Thornton under center out of the flex bone, sets the offensive line. Case in motion to the left side, comes down the left side. On the option, Thornton keeps it up the middle to the 40, breaks a tackle. He's got a first down at the 36-yard line. Good hard running by the Rams backup quarterback Justin Thornton, able to convert on third down and 9 and move the chains, and it's going to be first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
10 first downs for Paoli now on the night, 3 out of 3 on their third down tries. That time, just an individual effort type of thing for Thornton. Eastern Green had the play to the outside covered. He says, okay, I got to keep it, and just goes up the middle, gets what he can out of it, and it was enough for a first down.
First down and 10 for the Rams offense. Ball over on the right hash mark. Under a minute to go in the first half. Man in motion. Handed off to the fullback. That's Robbins. Robbins finds some running room to the 32-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 on the play. As quickly Engelking in there on the tackle. They'll give him 5. We'll make it second down and 5, generous spot at the 31-yard line. And Paoli will not have to run another play here in this first half. And all the headsets are coming off, so that's a pretty good indication that the Rams are ready to go to the locker room here after a big first half on homecoming night. Jump out to a 42-0 lead, and they go to the locker room in control of this ball game with a 49-6 lead over Eastern Green. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Craving bold flavors and a fiesta for your taste buds? Come to El Compadre Mexican Restaurant, now open at their brand new location in Paoli at 300 East Main Street. For sizzling fajitas to cheesy enchiladas and the best Mexican food around, it's a flavor-packed party you won't want to miss. Visit us in Paoli or check out our other locations in West Baden, Orleans, Mitchell, Bedford, and now Palmyra. El Compadre, where the flavor is as bold as the fun. Open Monday through Thursdays and Sundays from 11 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 11 to 10 p.m.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
All Rams in this first half of homecoming at Cook Field tonight as Paoli leads it by a score of 49-6. As we begin the Whitfield Investments halftime report, give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can keep you on track with your goals now and in the future. Paoli, well, the only thing that, a couple of things they didn't do in this first half, they didn't win the toss, and then they gave up that big touchdown pass. Otherwise, it's been total domination here by the Rams tonight on homecoming night. Paoli, though, even though they did not win the toss, Eastern Green decided to defer, and they kicked off, and the Rams got the first possession of the ball game, and Paoli able to move the ball downfield as they go 62 yards in their opening touchdown drive, capped off by a 10-yard touchdown pass to Dane Padgett, which seems like hours ago, made it 6-0 with 9:55 to go in the first quarter of play. The Rams on the next extra point on the penalty that was added on, a 5-yarder, didn't matter. Alvaro Gavina able to split the uprights, and the Rams are up 7-0. Paoli kicks it off. Eastern Green gets it back at their own 35-yard line. A quick 3-and-out thanks to a big loss on third down. And Paoli gets the ball back after the punt at their own 44-yard line. This time, Dane Padgett caps off this touchdown drive of 56 yards with a 27-yard touchdown run. That made it 13-0 with 6:24 to go in the first quarter of play. The Gavina extra point was good, and Paoli had stretched it out quickly, 14-0. Next possession, it was a fumble by Eastern Green, and the Rams recovered at the 41-yard line. This occurred on a 3rd and 13. Paoli great field position at the Eastern Green 41-yard line, and this time it's Justin Thornton finding the end zone for the Rams as he is able to run it in from 33 yards out. That made it 20-0 with 4:20 to go in period number one. Gavina's extra point again was good, and it was 21-0. Rams defense comes back up again. This time another turnover as Cade Wall is able to pick off the pass from the freshman quarterback of Eastern Green, Saxton Pennycup. And Paoli back in business as Cade returns it back to the 20-yard line. A short field for the Rams to work with. And again, they capitalize on that turnover as it is Dane Padgett, 8-yard touchdown run, made it 27-0 with 2:30 to go. The Gavina extra point hit the upright. It was no good, and we stayed at 27-0. Rams again, good coverage on their kickoff, pinning Eastern Green deep in their own territory at their 21-yard line. And another big defensive stand here for the Rams as they have a quick 3-and-out to get the ball back on the punt. Set it up at the Eastern Green 42-yard line. And Thornton able to run it in from 33 yards out on a 4th down and 2. And all of a sudden that lead is now bumped up to 33-0 with 11:39 to go, just getting started in that second quarter of play. The Rams send out the PAT team. Eastern Green gets flagged for a penalty. That brings out the offense, and the Rams run a fade route to the left corner. Spires hooks up with Thornton, and that made it 35-0. Paoli's defense again, another strong stand with a quick 3-and-out. And Paoli gets the ball back at their own 43-yard line and put together another touchdown drive. This one covering 57 yards. Dane Padgett again carrying the load, 21-yard touchdown run. Made it 41-0 with 9:19 to go in the second quarter. Gavina's extra point was good, and it was 42-0. Just when it looked like the Rams were rolling, and they were. Here comes Eastern Green with lightning in a bottle as Pennycup hooks up over the middle with Deckard, and Aiden Deckard, the 5'10 junior, able to run it in from 74 yards out to give the Thunderbirds their first and only score of the night so far. That made it 42-6 with 8:50 to go here in the first half. The extra point was no good, hit the upright. That made it 42 and kept it at 42-6. Paoli, though, they come right back and answer as they get the ball at their own 40-yard line, put together a 60-yard touchdown drive. And who else but number 33, Dane Padgett, into the end zone for the Rams, this time from 25 yards out on the touchdown gallop, made it 48-6 with 4:33 to go. The Gavina extra point was good, and it was 49-6. Eastern Green has the ball sailed through the end zone. They get it at their 20. Looked like the Rams defense was going to come up with a score as Tyler Hannon picked off the pass at about the 35-yard line. But, in fact, he ran it all the way back. However, there was a penalty on that play that brought the ball back to the 48-yard line. And the Rams were able then just to run out the clock, go into the locker room. They'll have the running clock here in this second half as they had a big first half, putting 49 points here on the scoreboard and lead it at intermission 49-6. When we continue with the Whitfield Investments halftime report, we'll take a look at the Ram and Thunderbird numbers through the first two quarters of play. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
At Raymond James, the financial well-being of our clients always comes first. We commit our energies, intellect, and knowledge to providing the highest level of service and delivering quality investment alternatives to help you attain your objectives. To find out more, call Raymond James Financial Advisor Jamie Sullivan at 812-849-2670 in Mitchell today and ask about his pledge to you. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated. Member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC. Life well planned.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Well, we're at the half, and right now Paoli way out in front, leading it 49-6. And the stats, they will tell a similar story. It's very much one-sided. The Whitfield Investments halftime report continues as we take a look at some of the totals for Paoli. 326 yards of offense in the first half for Paoli. Of that, 262 on the ground, 64 as a result of passing the football. Looking at the individual totals, leading the way for Paoli, had a huge first half. Dane Padgett, just 5 carries, but gained 96 yards on those 5 carries. Justin Thornton, just behind him, he's got 5 carries for 76 yards. Then the rest of the way, Tyler Hannon, 7 carries for 57 yards. Cooper Spires, he carried it 4 times and gained 20 yards. 13 yards gained for Chase Case on just a single carry. 4 yards gained by Robbins on his 1 carry. And Colt Bonta, he was the only one knocked down behind the line of scrimmage in that first half. He carried it once and lost 4 yards on that 1 carry. As far as the passing game is concerned, Spires, 3 of 6 in that first half of play for 64 yards. 2 of those 3 completions go to Dane Padgett for a total of 50 yards. So you add it up, and he's got 146 yards of offense in the first 2 quarters of play. The other completion, it goes to Colton Beckley. A nice catch over the middle for 14 yards. So again, 262 yards rushing, 64 yards passing, total of 326 yards of offense in the first half for Paoli. Well, we're at the half right now. Paoli way out in front, 49-6 is your score. When the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues, we'll be taking a look at the Eastern Green side of things. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7, or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
Well, we're at the half, and the Little Rams were introduced at the half, the junior high, elementary grade level football teams, and there were a bunch of them. That's a bunch of kids out there and a bunch on the way that'll be playing on Friday nights soon enough. Right now, scoreboard showing Paoli up 49-6 as the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues. Much different story for Eastern Green as far as yards gained. They total 106 in that first half of play, but 74 of it were on that one play that went for the touchdown. Otherwise, Paoli's defense has been in control. Breaking it down to the individual totals, Eastern has 113 passing yards, minus 7 rushing yards in the half for a total of 106 yards of offense. As far as the running game is concerned, there is only one player for Eastern Green that is in positive yardage, and that is Eli Engelking, 4 carries for a total of 2 yards. Chase Brown, he carried it twice, did not gain a yard. Bryson Jones, he had 2 carries for -2, and the quarterback, Saxton Pennycuff, he had 2 carries for -7. As far as the passing game is concerned, Pennycuff, we've got him 4 out of 10 with a couple of interceptions thrown. Those completions good for 113 yards. He has spread it out amongst 4 different players. Aiden Deckard, he had the big catch, the touchdown catch, for a total of 74 yards. Eli Engelking, 1 catch for 24. Zach Herndon, 1 catch for 15. And Noah Coomer, he had 1 catch for no gain. So again, the totals in the first half, you're looking at 106 total yards of offense for Eastern Green, -7 rushing, 113 passing. For Paoli, much different story. 326 yards of offense. That's 326 yards of offense in the first half, 262 of that on the ground, and 64 as a result of passing the football. 49-6, that's your score right now. Paoli out on top. When the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues, we'll be taking a look at some of the team stats from first half action. You're listening to Rams Football on Mix 95.3.
Craving bold flavors and a fiesta for your taste buds? Come to El Compadre Mexican Restaurant, now open at their brand new location in Paoli at 300 East Main Street. For sizzling fajitas to cheesy enchiladas and the best Mexican food around, it's a flavor-packed party you won't want to miss. Visit us in Paoli or check out our other locations in West Baden, Orleans, Mitchell, Bedford, and now Palmyra. El Compadre, where the flavor is as bold as the fun. Open Monday through Thursdays and Sundays from 11 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 11 to 10 p.m.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
Well, the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues. The Pride of Paoli out doing their performance as they are basically serenading a crowd that is very happy with the way things have been going. Paoli on top, 49-6 here at the half. Looking at some of the team stats from first half action, you're looking at a Paoli team that has 10 first downs on the night. Majority of them as a result of running the football. I think 2 as a result of passing it. First down as far as Eastern Green is concerned, they had just 2 in that first half, and that was late in the first half. Third down conversions, Paoli, 3 out of 3 on the night. They've not had to kick the ball once. Eastern Green faced third down 4 times, and they were unsuccessful on each of those attempts. Neither team went for it on fourth down in the first half. As far as the turnovers are concerned, very much one-sided there. Eastern Green has turned it over a total of 3 times so far tonight, once as a result of a fumble, and they've thrown 2 interceptions. They only had 1 fumble in the first half, but they were able to get back on top of that football. Relatively penalty-free. Paoli just 1 penalty against them so far on the night for 5 yards. And Eastern Green, they've definitely gotten their money's worth. Only 2 penalties, but for a total of 30 yards, they've had 2 major infractions called against them. As far as scores by the quarters, Paoli, after 1 quarter of play, led it 27-0. In the second quarter, Paoli is able to outscore Eastern Green by a margin of 22-6, and Paoli leads at 49-6 here at the half. That means a running clock in the second half of play. Again, Paoli up big, 43-point lead at the half. We'll take another break. When we come back, we're going to be getting through the Ram Report. You're listening to Rams Football on Mix 95.3.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good. Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Rams own a 49-6 lead here at half on homecoming as we continue with the Whitfield Investments halftime report. Part of the Ram report tonight, it is homecoming, and we did have the crowning of royalty. That occurred before the start of tonight's ball game. We'll run through our homecoming court for the underclassmen royalty, the freshman class represented by Princess Gracie Hall and Prince Derek Albertson. Sophomores, the Princess was Sophia Smith and the Prince Emmett Schellenberger. And the juniors, the Princess was Cheyenne Hopper and the Prince was Trey Robbins. Then for the homecoming queen and king candidates, for homecoming queen tonight, it was Maddie Collier, Abby Poe, Cherokee Hopper, Gracie Lynn McKibben, and Taylor Morgan. The candidates for king tonight, Dakota Moosty, Tyler Hannon, Dom Garcia, Dane Paget, and Charlie Higgins. And crowned king tonight, Dane Paget, well, he's playing the role of the king here tonight. He's had a tremendous first half with those 5 touchdowns. And, of course, our queen tonight is Abby Poe. So congratulations to Queen Abby and King Dane as they have been selected royalty tonight for homecoming here in 2025, the fall homecoming for Paoli High School. Let's take a look back this week at all of the activities that we have for you for Paoli Athletics from the junior high up. Taking a look at JV football, the Rams fell to West Washington at 32-0. In the junior high division, the 7th grade lost to West Washington 24-0. However, the 8th grade, they were winners 28-6 over the Young Senators. In Youth Football League, it was a big weekend for the Rams as the 3rd and 4th graders defeated Crawford County 33-7, and the 5th and 6th grade team, well, they were winners as well, 28-6. But the big news of the weekend was the fact that on Sunday, the 3rd and 4th grade team that got to go to Indianapolis to play at Lucas Oil Stadium, and they took on a team from Bedford. Talked with Coach Dittmer about that and all the fun and excitement that they had. He said unofficially no score was kept, so he said that's kind of the way we played it out. But again, they had an experience that they will never forget, playing in an NFL stadium at Lucas Oil Stadium, those young and 3rd and 4th graders. So they have a time to remember as a result of that trip to Indianapolis. In volleyball play this week, the varsity lost their 3 matches to New Albany, Corden Central, as well as Austin. The JV lost to New Albany and Corden Central, but then they came back to pick up a win over Austin. In 8th grade volleyball, the young ladies lost to Crawford County and Shoals in the 8th grade, and the 7th grade fell to Crawford County. And, of course, we want to wish best of luck to Olivia Sweet tomorrow, as she will be participating in the IHSA Girls Golf Regional at Country Oaks Golf Club just outside of Washington. So we wish Olivia the best of luck tomorrow, see if she might be able to punch her ticket even further here in postseason play on the links tomorrow in regional competition. Here tonight, it is homecoming at Cook Field, and the Rams lead it comfortably 49-6. We'll have second-half action coming your way. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Cow Car Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mixed asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Cow Car Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Cow Car Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Rams lead at 49-6. I need to backtrack a little bit and go back to our homecoming queen at crowning earlier this evening. I left out the 2 most important individuals of that. Those were the young man and young girl who brought out the crowns for the queen and king, and those were Capri Santa and Sloan Dillard. So they did their job without a hitch here tonight. They were perfect and looked great doing it. So quite an honor for those two youngins, and we appreciate Capri and Sloan for being a part of tonight's homecoming festivities. As we wrap up the Whitfield Investments halftime report, give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals now and in the future. We'll come back here in this third quarter, Bert, have a running clock, and that'll make things go rather quickly here in the third and fourth quarters of play.
It should, and that's one of those rules they put into effect that really does pay off, especially in the football games. It's so easy for somebody to get hurt in a game that's thrown or basically decided like this one. So it'll be a quick second half. Paoli, we'll see if any of the starters come out to play, especially offense, defense. Let's see, if I remember right, Eastern Green, they deferred to the second half, so they're going to get the ball to start second half action, and Paoli will be kicking off to them. So we'll see exactly what the strategy is from this point forward.
More than likely see that same type of spread offense for Coach Nykirk and the Thunderbirds. Again, they did have the one big play in that first half of play, that 74-yard touchdown strike from Penny Cuff to Deckard, and see if they can maybe dial up a few more plays like that to get them some momentum. Again, this is a very young team that Coach Nykirk has inherited, and as we talked about with him in the pregame show, in case you missed it, first-year coach just trying to get his culture established and get his team playing the way that he wants them to play. And he said, victories are nice, but he said, that's not quite what we're ready to do yet. We just need to get better at every practice and every game, and hopefully they'll have some positive things that they can talk about when it's all said and done.
Yeah, and they've had a few things that they can build on. A couple of runs here or there. That one pass play, definitely something you can build on. So they've got some things that they can work on as well. One other score to pass along before we get to second half action. Springs Valley, they are up on Crawford County 33-0 at the half.
McNeil at the 13 to the 20, up across the 25, and brought down at the 27-yard line. Albertson in there on the tackle for the Rams, and also got some good assists there from Owen Llewellyn, as we might mention that Derek, for I believe now the third consecutive week, was the special teams player of the week for the Rams. Yep. So I think the way Coach Dittmer was talking, if he can get it one more week, he'll be able to letter himself for varsity. So he's got a little
they got that incentive out there.
There to go after, absolutely.
Yep. Always nice to have that letter to put on the jacket.
That it is, and if you're a freshman, that's a big deal.
Yes.
Let me tell you. First down and 10, the ball at the 28-yard line of Eastern Green. Out of the gun formation for Pennycuff, the freshman quarterback. Two receivers to the right and two to the left. Put a man in motion to the right side, going to toss it over to Jones. Jones cuts back upfield, gets out near the 30-yard line before he is brought down. As the Rams defense able again to pin him up. Robbins in there on the tackle, a gain of 2. It's going to be Bryson Jones, Jace Brown, your running backs, at least wing backs. The single running back will be Eli Engelking with Saxton Pennycuff, the quarterback. Noah Coomer at one end, Zach Herndon at the other. Landon Norris and Demetrian Boley are the tackles. Fletcher Flynn, James Schoolcraft, the guards, and Wyatt Craig is your center for the visiting Thunderbirds tonight. See Brown split out wide to the right side with three receivers, including the slot, out of the gun. Pennycraft with the snap, looking to his right, fires it out. Oh, and it is going to be picked off by Robbins at the 30, to the 25, to the 10. Can he hold his balance? He does. Trey Robbins with a pick six to start off this second half down the left sideline. Undercut that route, and he is in the end zone.
Nice play defensively. Robbins, like you say, he just undercut it. He broke on it better than what the receiver did. And what did he go, 30 yards with that for the touchdown?
So the first touchdown of the season for Trey, and here's the defense coming up with a quick score for the Rams to make it 55-6. Is coming with 9:50 to go in this third quarter of play. As Gavina back out, trying to get that streak established again. Had it broken earlier when he hit the upright in this ball game. Settled on the line of scrimmage, and, well, coming through there, it looks like Jones was about 2 seconds before the snap when he came off the edge.
Yeah, they're trying to time that snap, and they've gotten into or close to blocking the kick a couple of times, but that's the way they're doing it. They're just trying to time it up just right. He's saying, who, me? Yes, you were past the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped.
Rams will keep the PAT. Normally they would go for two, but so far this is not going to be an issue tonight. Overloading that left side is this coverage, and Gavina quickly swings his leg through, and it is up and good. So Elvira adds point number 56 of the night, and the Rams are up by 50, 56-6 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Hi, this is John Bender. Since 1931, Bender Lumber has been providing superior service along with quality, innovative building products at fair, competitive prices. In communities throughout southern Indiana, our locations are the primary supplier to residential builders, professional remodelers, as well as do-it-yourselfers who rely on our knowledgeable sales staff to do whatever it takes to proudly serve them and to get the job done. So here's to the first 90 years of local people serving local needs at Bender Lumber.
Well, Paoli has scored with their offense and with their defense tonight. The pickoff for a touchdown, as that will give Paoli a 56-6 lead, and time to kick it away to Eastern Green one more time.
McNeil and Ingle-King back deep. Devon ready to approach the football, and a nice one by Alvaro. Drives back Ingle-King inside the 10 to the 8, up the numbers to the 15 to the 20 to the 25, eludes one tackler out to the 30, and upended at the 31-32-yard line. And he will give the Thunderbirds good field position here to start this drive, as Robbins, who just scored the touchdown, makes that tackle, and it'll be 1st and 10, and the Thunderbird offense back out, even though they trail now by 7 more points. It'll be a drive that will start at their own 32-yard line. And
a lot of clean jerseys out there for Paoli defensively. They went with a bunch of the second-string guys the last possession and got a score, and they've got them all back out there now.
Out of the gun, going to hand it off to Ingle-King, running room up the middle. He's going to be brought down out near the 35-yard line. Albertson, one of those guys in there on the tackle for that Paoli Ram defense. As we get some of those new numbers, as Bert mentioned, in there for Paoli. We see number 52 in there on the tackle. That's Lucas Schinkel, that has seen some starting action tonight on the offense. Also in there on the defense, big 74, Tyler Ross, anchoring that line for the Rams along that D line. A gain of 3, make it 2nd down and 3 at the 35. Pennycuff out of the gun formation, single setback, handed off to Ingle-King, breaks a tackle in the backfield out to the 40, across the 45, and finally spun down in the secondary. Joe McDonald, number 21, in there on the tackle for the Rams, and it'll be enough for a 1st down, as we also see in there for Paoli. Case is still in there for the Rams. Camden Walton, number 16, Derek Albertson, as we mentioned, Lincoln Campbell, number 17, out there for Paoli. Gunnar Smith, number 8, and trying to get everybody settled on that defensive line. Now it's 1st and 10 for the Thunderbirds at the 47-yard line. Rolling down to 6:45 and counting out of the gun. Snap back, Pennycuff looking, fires it out in the flat. It is caught and dropped right at midfield. We've seen that a couple of times from these receivers from Eastern Green.
Yeah, that's the deal where he was open, got his hands on the ball, but just did not look it all the way in or tuck it away when he was ready to run. So that pass will fall incomplete right in front of us, brings up 2nd and 10.
Landon Baker in there for the Rams, along with Roy Jones, number 72, on that defensive line. 2nd down and 10. 2 receivers out to the right for Pennycuff. 1 to the left with a slot on the left side. Single setback with the quarterback out of the gun formation. Handed off. Ingle-King runs right over right tackle, gets it across midfield into Rams territory before he is brought down. Actually, McNeil there on that carry, number 7 and not number 2. In there for Paoli on the defense. Taking that tackle, Owen Llewellyn, number 55, a gain of 3 on the play, make it 3rd down and 7 at the 49 of the Rams.
Being able to block or push that Paoli second unit defense around just a bit, but still, even with being able to push them around some, have a 3rd down and long.
Pennycuff out of the gun with McNeil just to his offset right on third down. Two receivers to the right, going to fire it out into the flat to flanker screen, and it's way over the head of the intended receiver, Jace Brown, at the 45-yard line. And it goes to fourth down. We'll see what Coach Nykirk wants to do here on this fourth down. Looks like the quarterback is, well, he's just going to go over and get the play. So they'll stay in at the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, and wouldn't be surprised to see a similar play. Maybe instead of going with the out or the flat cut, they come with the in cut from the outside receiver. The two of them more or less crisscrossing out there. If you get the guy on the end, possibility of getting that first down.
Pennycuff out of the gun. McNeil in the backfield. Three receivers to the right. Here comes the blitz for the Rams. They get the pass off and circling underneath and tipped away. And looked as though coming down with it was going to be Deckard again, but the Rams had Albertson back there along with Gunnar Smith, and that pass just hung up there too long, and that allowed the defense to come back and get a hand on it.
Yeah, it hung up there just long enough, and as a result, the defense, I mean, they had, Eastern Green being they had three wide receivers within about a 5-yard radius, so Paoli had that many defenders plus a couple. They were able to get there, knock it down, and bring it back near midfield in the process with a first down for Paoli.
Rams getting great field position at their own 49-yard line with under 4 minutes to go here in this third quarter of play. Justin Thornton, he's been given the stop sign by Coach Dittmer, say milk out that play clock. Wait till we get down at least to 7 or 8. Rams will be running out of the flex bone. They're going to go a quick snap count, and Thornton took it.
Yeah,
he caught everybody off guard, even his teammates.
Something wasn't right. Somebody was moving when they shouldn't have been moving, and as a result, you're going to have a penalty against Paoli. Procedure penalty, 5 yards against them. Make it 2 penalties against Paoli for 10 yards.
We see Caden Gilliott in there, a young freshman. Llewellyn is also on that offensive line. Lucas Schinkel, and it cost him 5 there.
But keep in mind, a couple of weeks ago we had this situation where when Coach Dittmer came up after the game, I said, that's a pretty good stall offense. If you get a penalty called on you and then you're still able to get a first down, you kill a minute easy by doing that.
Rams face it first down at 15 at their own 44-yard line out of the flex bone. Thornton sets the offense, puts a man in motion, and now the play clock rolled all the way down. I don't know if it didn't get reset or not.
But the clock continues to roll.
So that will cost them another 5, but also going to roll more time off.
It'll roll another minute off of the clock at least.
We're down to 2:30 to go here in the third quarter. Running clock, Rams up 56-6. Homecoming over Eastern Green. Break them out of the huddle behind the chains at first and 20 at the 39-yard line. Thornton brings them up to the line of scrimmage out of the flex bone, sets the offense, takes the man in motion, comes down. Got to keep it on the option, cuts upfield. He's to the 45-50. He is gone. He's to the 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown Thornton, no flags, and he will rack up the yards that time, 61 yards on the touchdown run.
When he got around the end, there was nobody there for contain. I think part of the reason was that one of the Eastern Green kids went down with a little bit of a twisted ankle on that side of the field, so he wasn't able to corral him, and Thornton in the process able to easily run down the field.
That makes it a 62-6 ball game in favor of the Paoli Rams. Alvaro Gavina out for the extra point. Out of the hold of Cooper Spires, ball down, kick up, and the kick is good. So Gavina adds point number 63 to the Rams total, and they lead at 63-6 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call Robin Brown today and tell her that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
Well, another possession, another score for Paoli as they go the distance. Thornton, 61-yard run for the score, and it's now a 63-6 Paoli lead. And one more time, they'll run Alvaro Gavina out there to kick it off.
McNeil and Ingle King back deep, and another nice driving kick over the head of Ingle King. Goes over the shoulder to field it inside the 10 at the 7, out to the 15-20, spun out of a tackle.
Hold on to him.
And they're still going to try and bring him down. There's penalty flags at the 25-yard line. Justin was down there, and along with number 11, Colton Beckley, for that Rams coverage, and spinning around out of there. The officials are going to discuss now a penalty flag here on this kickoff.
Now, did not catch the preliminary signal. The flag thrown by the official on the eastern green sideline. I thought maybe I saw something like a face mask, but not 100% sure. We'll wait until we get the signal from the official, and I think they're going to say now a horse collar tackle against Paoli.
Just 53 seconds is all that remains here in this third quarter of play. The penalty will be marked off from the 26-yard line. That'll be a major one.
Yep, 15 yards. That'll be 4 penalties against Paoli, total of 30 yards. That's the first major infraction that they have had.
Moise Hall out there for the Rams, the young sophomore, seeing his first action tonight. Also, Bryson Burkhead, number 6. A lot of new names and numbers for Paoli on this defense. First down and 10 after the penalty, and Eastern Green will have it at their 46-yard line to start this drive. They turned it over on downs the last time, and Justin Thornton made them pay with a huge touchdown run to boost that lead up to 63-6. Penny Cup will be out of the gun with the single setback on first down and 10. 2 receivers to the right, put a man in motion. That is Jones. Come down, going to hand it off to the tailback, running and spinning, and out to the 49-yard line on the carry that time. As trying to catch the number that time, it was number 18 carrying it. That's Andy Fry for the first time tonight. And that'll be your third quarter of play. Homecoming, Cook Field, all Rams tonight, 63-6. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Well, running clock in the third quarter. Very quickly played third quarter. Paoli still managed to get 2 touchdowns up, and that's something that you usually don't see when the clock is moving as quick as it does. But they were able to get a big play out of Thornton, an interception return for a touchdown as well. So 2 more scores for Paoli, and they're up 63-6 as we get ready for fourth quarter action. Eastern Green, they've got it. Second down and 6. The ball spotted down at the 49-yard line. If they gain a couple of yards, they're in Paoli territory for the first time.
Pennicup on the toss back to the left side. Brown has it, gets a block outside, cuts up. He'll have a first down in the Rams territory, brought down close to the 41-yard line. So he'll move the chain. A little reverse sweep that time on the toss. And Brown gets it into Rams territory on this first play of the fourth quarter. You can see more players run off and on here for the Rams. Llewellyn, Justin King in there for the first time tonight, as Hall will come off for Paoli. And also joining him will be Phoenix Tinkle for the sideline. First down and 10. Pennicuff out of the gun, single setback. 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. Man in motion to the right. Handed off to Ingle King, breaks over the right side. Ingle King mows his way down. He's going to be close to another first down for the Thunderbirds Dakota Hopper, number 61, in there on the tackle for Paoli, and joined by Colton Morgan, number 69, his teammate. Going to mark him just short of a first down, give him 9, make it 2nd down and 1 at the 31-yard line.
And Paoli continues to shuttle players in. It would be a miracle if they don't come up with either too many or too few. Let's count on 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. They got it right that time on the substitutions. That's a full-time job on the sideline right now.
2nd down and 1. Ball at the 31. Man in motion. Pennycuff brings him back. Now they'll put 2 in the backfield. Going to hand it off to Deckard. Deckard moves inside, then veers out to the left side. That'll be enough for a first down, and that will move the chains one more time here for this Thunderbird offense. As in there on the tackle was Burkhead, number 6. It'll be 1st and 10 inside the 30 at the 28-yard line with 10 minutes to go in the ball game.
Eastern is able to get a hole in the middle of that line of scrimmage that time, but still not big enough to get a really big gain. Deckard got what he could out of it, and that was a gain of 3 and another first down for Eastern. 1st down at 10, put a man in motion. Deckard again going to hand it off to the tailback. Good running room. This is number 7, McNeil, and McNeil will be pushing inside the red zone down to close the 17-yard line. And it's going to be 1st down and 10, a gain of 11 that time. And it'll be movement here by this offense for the Thunderbirds here in the fourth quarter play, looking for their possible 2nd score of the night. 6 first downs on the night for Eastern. They picked up several of them on this drive alone.
Pennycuff out of the gun, again, formation. Ingle King in the backfield with him with 2 receivers to the right. Put a man in motion on the option. Comes to the right side, tosses it late. At the 15 to the 20, Jones cuts up to the 5. Going to be brought down inside the 5. And it'll be 1st down and goal. As in there, Gunnar Smith, number 8, and 61, Dakota Hopper to make that tackle for the Rams. But not before the Thunderbirds have it 1st and goal at the almost 1-yard line.
Couple of nice cuts that time by Jones. That went outside, back inside, outside again before Paoli was finally able to get some hands on him and bring him down just short of the goal line.
Jones, one of the starters, and is a senior on this offense. Not a lot of seniors. I think 8 all total on this ball club for the Thunderbirds. Pennycuff will bring him out. Actually, it's going to be McNeil running out of the quarterback. He's going to keep it over the right side, and McNeil takes the direct snap, and the junior runs it in from 1 yard out. So McNeil finds a 1-yard touchdown run to add more points to the total for Eastern Green, making it now a 63-12 ball game. This score coming with 8:06 to go in the fourth quarter of play. It'll be McCormick out for the extra point. He is 0 for 1 tonight. Hit the upright on his previous attempt back in the first half of play. He'll be out of the hold of Deckard, and Craig will be the snapper. See if the Rams can get a block low snap. No, Deckard goes down to get it. Can he get away from the pursuit? No, he cannot, and the Rams will throw him. Cunningham is back there to bring him down. So the extra point will be no good, and that will keep it a 63-12 ball game on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard with 7:20 to go in the game. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home, protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Well, Eastern Green still got some fight in them as they came up with a touchdown there. Trail it 63-12 and kicking away to Paoli.
going to be fielded by Walsey up, back at the 26, out across the 30, 35 to the 40. And the gang tackling, well, they don't have him down yet. That pile is still moving and finally wrestled down at the 45-yard line. I think everybody in the Eastern Green uniform got in on that tackle.
Yeah, there were more people or more players on the pile than there were standing up at the end of that play.
Rams will get it
And I
first and 10 at the 45.
I think I can tell you that Noah Coomer was the one that was on the bottom of the pile because he's holding his arm, his shoulder, his leg, his other leg. Everything hurts after you get stuck under it.
Rams will come out. We'll see who's going to run quarterback. Usually this would be the time of the game where we would see Emmett Schellenberger, the sophomore, but of course with that arm injury that he suffered a couple of weeks ago, out for the season. And all of a sudden I see the defense come out.
Did they rip the ball away?
The officials are talking it over.
Yeah.
I never saw anything to that.
And there was no celebration on the part of Eastern Green either. Either way, clock continues to roll. It's down to 6 minutes left in the ball game. Now they are going to finally stop it.
And they're going to give it to Eastern Green. So the Rams must have fumbled it there and recovered. Okay.
First turnover of the night against Paoli. Of course, you get into those scrums like that when you're trying to push the pile, and there's all sorts of things that can happen, and one of those is the ball can be ripped away, and it was that time.
Offense comes back out here. The Thunderbirds. Saxton Pennycuff, the freshman, will break him out of the huddle. 5:35 to go. 63-12. Rams on top with the running clock. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. Single set back, put a man in motion. Jones to the right side. Fake it, fire to Jones out of the backfield. Catches it on the run to the 45 and spun out of bounds. No, he's still on his feet and finally driven out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. So Jones, a nice job just to keep that play alive. And he'll give a great second effort there for the Thunderbirds and have the ball inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Nice pick up of close 17 yards on that play.
First completion that Pennycuff has had in a while. That one good for another first down. That's going to give Eastern 8 first downs on the night.
Rams a little sloppy there on that tackling along the sideline. And not a place to do it because it's right in front of your coaches. First down and 10. Pennycuff out of the gun formation, splits one receiver to the left, one to the right, but slots, put Jones in motion to the right side, fakes, look, fires it out in the flat again, and it goes off the fingertips of Jones. And they just try to get him on a little swing route out of the backfield from that left wing spot. It goes incomplete. It'll be second down at 10, but clock still rolls. We'll be down close to 4 minutes by the time snapped again, the ball.
Yeah, Paoli got some pressure on the quarterback, Pennycuff. He didn't know it was coming. Because it was coming from behind him. He was able to get rid of it just in time, but was off the mark, and that gives it over on the incompletion to a second and 10.
Rams continue to run players in and out on that defense. Pennycuff going to fake the handoff, keep it on the option, finally tosses it to Jones down the right sideline. He breaks the tackle to 15 to the 10, and the Rams knock him out of bounds inside the 5.
Penalty on the play.
They only finally got him out inside that 5-yard line. The penalty is back at about the 13. Probably will be a hold against Eastern Green. Will wipe out that nice run by Jones.
To wipe out some of it. He's still going to get credit for close to 16 yards on the carry because the flag was thrown down at around the 13-yard line. They'll spot it back from the 15, so a gain of 14 officially. And move it back to the, right about where they started on the 30.
May not get any gain, will he? All right. Well, nope, we're going to walk it back. So we're going to
that was 5 yards too many.
So it'll be second down and 6 at the 25-yard line as Pennycuff quickly brings them out. 3:20 to go.
Third penalty of the night against Eastern, total of 40 yards against them.
Empty backfield, put a man in motion. That's Brown. Going to toss it to him on the right side. Brown heads to the corner. Can he break a tackle? He does. He's to the 20. Another one at the 15. Cuts back inside near the 10. And finally going to be slung down inside the 10-yard line as the Rams finally got their pursuit over there to come up with that tackle. But it's going to be first down and goal just inside the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Eastern taking advantage of the second and third unit for Paoli to the tune of 7 first downs here in the second half of play. Paoli continues to shuttle players in, shuttle players out. It'll be a miracle if they all make it off the field in time.
Lincoln Campbell saved that last one here. They swing it to the right side on the pitch. Jones again to the 10, to the 5. Can he get into the end zone? He does, as he is able to take the defender with him. Wrapping him up there was Hopper, but he couldn't stop that momentum. And Jones is in for the score for Eastern with 2:20 to go on the 9-yard touchdown run. So some positive things here for the Thunderbirds to take home in the later stages of this ball game. That makes it now 63-18 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Looks like going to go for 2 this time after they have been unsuccessful in their PAT attempts. Keep the quarterback and offense out there. Actually, this time McNeil will be running again, and he'll take the direct snap. Single set back is Engelking with him in the backfield. Put Brown in motion to the left side. McNeil going to keep it. Runs into a wall. He bounces out to the outside. Can he get to the end zone? And he does. As McNeil, good second effort to bounce to his left and find some running room. And he will get the 2-point conversion. It is good. And that makes it 63-20 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
63-20 your score. Paoli out in front. Eastern Green kicking away with 1:25 left in the ball game.
Hannon on a couple of hops at the 20. Out across the 30 to the 40. He's to midfield, still on his feet. And he's going to be brought down, though, in the Eastern Green territory at the 42-yard line. But hold everything. We have a penalty back at the 35.
Yeah, that flag thrown, hold against Paoli. That stops the clock momentarily. Now they're going to start it winding again, and Paoli may have to take a knee once, and that should be about enough.
Tyler's had a tough night. He had a touchdown called back on an interception as a penalty, and then had a really nice run there that will not get credit for any total yards when it's all said and done here tonight. Rams will come out. We see Justin Thornton back in there at quarterback, and I'm sure that's the reason why, to have him in there with the experience to take the knee and get out of here with exactly 60 seconds remaining on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard clock. And going to roll it right now. And Paoli one play away from officially picking up a homecoming victory and their third in a row here in the middle part of the season. Thornton brings them up, of course. They'll go to their straight flex bone offense. Justin waits for the clock to roll under 10. Gets it. No, he's going to hand it off. No, he's going to toss it back. I thought he was going to keep it to the fullback. Instead, though, he's got a man down that right sideline. I believe coming up through there.
Is that Bonta?
Bonta, but I don't know if it was Colt or not.
Can't see that far.
As they come up, it was Colt. It was number 18. So Colt was able to come up with that toss. Justin, he faked everybody out. We thought he was going to take a knee, then just hand it off to the fullback, but no, they go for the option. And that should do it. That'll be your final play of the ball game. It'll be Rams victorious here tonight as they celebrate homecoming with a lopsided 63-20 win over Eastern Green. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Need a quick bite or cold drink or fuel for the road? Head to Betty's Food and Fuel, right across from Walmart at 656 North Gospel Street in Paoli. We're locally owned and operated and open Monday through Saturdays from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 6 to 10 p.m. Enjoy competitive gas, daily food specials, a hot deli, fresh wraps, salads, and cold sandwiches. Need an ATM or lottery ticket? We have both. Find us on Facebook at Betty's Food and Fuel. For questions, call 812-203-0227. Betty's Food and Fuel, the one-stop shop.
Rams have won 3 in a row and now 4-2 on the season as they celebrate homecoming with a 63-20 victory over the Eastern Green Thunderbirds tonight. As we begin our post-game show, brought to you by Buddy's Food and Fuel, now open on North Gospel Street in Paoli. Well, the Rams started off tonight. They didn't win the toss, but they got the football anyway as Eastern Green deferred, and the Rams, they set the tone early as they moved the ball downfield. They go 62 yards, 10-yard touchdown pass to Paget from Spires. That made it 6-0. Extra point was good, made it 7-0. Defense, a quick 3-and-out, get the ball back at the Rams 44. This time it's Dane Paget running the football in. He had 5 touchdowns on the game tonight, 27 yards. He also was crowned king, so he did it all tonight here for the Rams. Made it 13-0 with 6:24 to go. Extra point by Gavina was good, and it was 14-0. Rams defense come up with a fumble recovery at the 41. Take care of business. Thornton this time, a 33-yard touchdown run, 20-0 with 4:20 to go in the first quarter. Gavina's extra point was good. It was 21-0. Paoli's defense comes back out this time. It's Cade Walls with the interception. Gets it back to the 20-yard line, short field. The Rams move it in. Dane Paget, an 8-yard touchdown run, 27-0 with 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Gavina's extra point was no good as it hit the upright. That made it 27-0 and kept it at that score. Eastern Green, another 3-and-out. The Rams offense back out on the field. Convert on a 4th and 2. Thornton, a 33-yard touchdown run. That made it 33-0 with 11:39 to go. Paoli goes for the 2-point conversion, and they get it on the pass to Thornton. Made it 35-0. Eastern Green, a quick 3-and-out. The Rams get the ball back at their own 43-yard line. Drive it down, this time 57 yards. Dane Paget, 21-yard touchdown run. 41-0 with 9:19 to go. Extra point by Albaro was good, and it was 42-0. And Eastern Green hit pay dirt as they get lightning in a bottle. A pass over the middle, 74 yards, as the young freshman quarterback Saxton Pennycup able to hook up with Aiden Deckard for 74 yards. That made it 42-6 with 8:50 to go before half. The extra point was no good, hitting the upright, kept it at 42-6. But Paoli answers right back as they go 60 yards down the field. Dane Paget, 25-yard, a touchdown run, made it 48-6 with 4:33 to go. Gavina's extra point was good, and it was 49-6. Looked like the Rams would add one more touchdown, but a pick six from Tyler Hannon was called back on a penalty, and the Rams end up getting the ball back and then running out the clock at midfield, leading at 49-6 at the half. Running clock in the third quarter. Eastern Green gets the ball to start things off, but here's the Rams defense again. This time Trey Robbins a pick six down the left sideline from 30 yards. Made it 55-6 with 9:50 to go. The extra point by Gavina was good, and it was 56-6. Eastern Green gets the ball back. They have a 4th and 7 at the 49. They go for it. The pass falls incomplete. The Rams get it on downs at their own 49-yard line. They get backed up on a couple of penalties. Doesn't matter. Justin Thornton runs it in from 61 yards out on the touchdown to make it 62-6 with 1:45 to go in the third. Gavina's extra point was good, and it was 63-6. Thunderbirds on the kickoff, a nice return out to their 46-yard line. They move the ball downfield as they go 54 yards. McNeil, a 1-yard touchdown run. That made it 63-12. The snap was low, and the Rams able to get a stop on that extra point to keep it at 63-12. On the ensuing kickoff, the Rams fumble it at midfield, and it is recovered by the Thunderbirds. They get it in great field position at the Paoli 45. They cap it off with Jones running it in from 9 yards out to make it 63-18 with 2:20 to go, and then McNeil runs in the 2-point conversion, and that is your final tonight, 63-20, as Paoli victorious here on homecoming as they improve to 4-2 on the year. The Thunderbirds drop to 1-5. When we continue with the Buddy's Food and Fuel postgame show, we'll take a look at the Ram winning numbers. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
When you suffer the loss of a loved one, you can count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli. They have a 55-year history of serving the needs of families in Orange and surrounding counties. They provide only the best professional services in the most compassionate manner to care for you during this difficult time. You can always count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home, as generations of families have done for many years. Call 812-723-2276 today. We're here when you need us the most. Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli.
Rams celebrate homecoming in a big way, 63-20 here tonight. 5 touchdowns by Dane Padgett, 4 on the ground, and a 3-touchdown night for Justin Thornton. And Paoli prevails easily to pick up that 4th win of the year.
And the stats very much one-sided in Paoli's favor. If you were to stop keeping the stats at the beginning of the 4th quarter, they'd been even more lopsided, because Eastern Green's first unit was against Paoli's 3rd and 4th units, I'd say, and they were able to get some stats at that point in time. But Paoli, they wound up with 405 yards of offense tonight, 341 on the ground, and 64 as a result of passing the football. Leading the way, Justin Thornton, he had 6 carries for 137 yards on the night, a couple of big runs for touchdowns for him, or actually several big runs for touchdowns for him. Dane Padgett, 96 yards on just 5 carries. Tyler Hannon, 7 carries, 57 yards. Then Cooper Spires, he had 4 carries for 20. The rest of the way, Chase Case, 1 carry for 13. Colt Bonta, he had 2 carries for 14 yards. And Robbins, he had 1 carry for 4 yards. Passing, Cooper Spires, 3 of 6 on the night for 64 yards. The completions, 2 of them go to Dane Padgett for a total of 50 yards, and Colton Beckley gets 1 catch for 14. As far as Eastern Green is concerned, they totaled 240 yards of offense, had just 106 at the half. Of that 240, 130 as a result of passing it, 110 as a result of running it. Breaking it down to the individual totals, Bryson Jones, he had 6 carries for 40 yards. Eli Engelking, 7 carries, 27 yards. Jace Brown, he had 4 carries for 27. As far as the passing game is concerned, Pennycoff, he was 5 of 16 overall for 130 yards and a touchdown. He also threw 3 interceptions tonight. The completions, Eli Engelking with 1 catch for 24. Zach Herndon with 1 catch for 15. Bryson Jones had 1 catch for 17. And the big one was Aiden Deckard, his 1 reception for 74 yards and a touchdown. As far as the team stats are concerned, Paoli had 10 first downs in the first half, just 2 after halftime, total of 12 there. Eastern Green, they had a bunch in the second half, 9 total first downs for the night. Third down conversions, Paoli 3 of 3 on the night. Eastern Green 0 for 5. As far as the turnovers are concerned, just 1 against Paoli. They fumbled it twice, lost 1 of those. Eastern Green, 4 turnovers against them, 3 interceptions and a lost fumble. Penalties, 4 on Paoli for 30 yards and 3 on Eastern Green for 40. Scores by the quarters, Paoli was up 27-0 after 1. Second quarter, Paoli outscores Eastern Green 22-6. They led it 49-6 at half. Third quarter, Paoli puts up 14 more. Eastern Green shut out. It was 63-6 after 3. And Eastern Green in that fourth quarter get a couple of touchdowns and extra points and got back within a 63-20 final score. Now we'll take a break, and when we come back, we will get Coach Neil Dittmer in for a few comments. You're listening to Rams Football on Mix 95.3.
Hey, Dad, can I get a ride to Hoosier Hills Credit Union?
Bet.
What?
Don't be the Lulu. You know I got that, Riz.
Ew!
We're not always hip on the new lingo, but at Hoosier Hills Credit Union, we do understand the need to teach teens about responsible spending. That's why we offer the Smart Spending Account. They'll get a free debit card, no monthly fee, and no minimum balance. Plus, there's incentives when your teen volunteers or has a job. Learn more about our Smart Spending Account at HoosierHills.com. Slay! Federally insured by NCUA.
63-20, that is your final here tonight. A homecoming win for the Rams as we continue with our Buddy's Food and Fuel post-game show. Head coach Neil Dittmer joins us now. And Coach, we always talk about the excitement generated. You only get one homecoming here, and you took care of business tonight, and it was good to be back home.
Yeah, it was good to be back home. I thought we played a really solid game overall and did a really nice job of executing offensively and defensively throughout the game. Got some really good run with our young kids to get some varsity experience, and that's only going to benefit them as they move forward.
Coach, you came in with some goals. What did you accomplish tonight?
We were able to come out and threw the ball around a little bit early. I really wanted to work on our empty stuff early on. I thought we did a nice job. We've got to clean up some things. We're a little stutter step with our feet and not quite crisp on our routes on that second and third drive where we were in some of our empty. So we got to clean that up a little bit. But then we came out and we established a run on the inside with Tyler and really hammered away there. And once they started to really pack it in, you could see us start to get the edge and spread them out again.
Well, Coach, your defense comes up with some big turnovers that lead to scores and some scores themselves.
Yeah, those were big. A couple of defensive scores. Anytime you can score defensively, it's just a huge momentum gainer and just shows how much work we put in to be in a good position to make the play and then go score.
Well, we talk about all the great running tonight that Tyler, Dane, and Justin and Cooper did, but it all started up front.
Absolutely. Anytime we're having success in our run game, it starts with those five guys up front.
Well, the only thing that went wrong, I said in the first half, you didn't win the toss, and you gave up that one big touchdown.
Yeah, we didn't win the toss, but still got the ball. Our offense got out there first, and we were able to go and drive the ball down. That was nice. And then, we had the
pass over the middle.
Pass over the middle. That again, just kind of like last week, or a couple weeks ago, where we just had that one mistake defensively that cost us a big play. If you clean that all up, now you're really feeling good about how we played.
Still, though, your defense set that tone early, Coach. Your quick 3-and-out on that first drive, and we got a good sign there early, I thought, whenever Max came up and made a great play on that receiver out there on a one-on-one tackle.
Yeah, he's a good little tackler. He's not a big guy, but he is definitely not afraid to come up and make tackles. He's grown, physically and very confident in his abilities as he's had to now step in and make some plays.
Coach, got where you needed to be at half with the running clock, so what do you want to come out and do in this second half?
I just wanted to mix some other guys in and see how they did in this kind of atmosphere. Knew Eastern Green was not going to back down. They're going to continue to run what they're running to get better at that. So how do we respond? And there's some good in that, and there was some bad in that as well where we've got to grow, and our guys just got to get a little confidence in themselves. There's a lot of new faces out there in that second half that just were a little nervous and a little unsure of themselves, and so you just got to come out and flush that out and just go play confident from here on out.
Really good, though, to see Trey get that pick six.
Yeah, that was awesome. That kid works so hard, and just the amount of time and effort he's put in, I'm proud of him, and the way he goes about his business, he deserves stuff like that.
Well, when you get crowned homecoming king, you better have a good game, and I think Dane backed it up pretty good tonight.
He did. I think he was right there for the school record for most touchdowns in a game. Five, I think, is what I've got him for. He's hoping for a 6, but didn't quite weren't able to quite get that one.
It reminded me back, Coach, a couple of years we were down at Corden, and Carson was, I think he had 4 or 5 in the first half. I thought he'll go out there and tackle him to keep him from getting it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But, Coach, we finally got this winning streak going up to 3 now.
Yeah, that's the big thing. We're starting to play some better football. You can see the confidence in our kids growing every single week, and just being trusting our system, trusting what we've coached them to do, and them going out and executing our game plan really well.
Well, let's get back to it. We scored all those touchdowns in the Rams tonight, and give that PAT team a pat on the back as well. Only the one missed by Elvira tonight, but hey, that's the way it goes. But he's still got a great streak going here.
Yeah, he does. He's only missed 1 in the last 3 games, and I'll knock on some wood as we go from there. But yeah, he's done a nice job, and again, same idea. He's just so much more confident. Yeah. You see it in his kicks and just how he goes about going into his steps and driving the ball through the goalpost. He's done a nice job for us.
Well, we got to celebrate a homecoming win tonight, Coach, but then get back to business come Monday, because you go back out on the road and have a big conference showdown at Crawford County next Friday night.
Yeah, got to go back on the road. Got to go down Valley Road there and travel to Crawford County, and never an easy ride down that way, but It's all about us continuously and focusing on what we can do and how much better we can play next week.
We'll hopefully have another big road win and another big conference win as well to add to your total.
That's the mindset that our kids have got to take, and that's the mindset we'll take as we go on into next week.
Coach, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on the win. We'll talk to you Monday on Coach's Corner.
Thanks, Dave. Go Rams. Be excellent.
Head coach Neil Dittmer of the Paoli Rams. They win it tonight, celebrating homecoming 63-20. We'll be back to wrap things up from Cook Field. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you. Springs Valley Bank and Trust. You'll love our helpful staff, our warm and smiling faces. Latest tools and services delivered by the friends you trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you. Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
The biggest offensive output of the season so far for the Rams as we kept the Busics busy tonight with the fireworks display. Hopefully Mike and Angie have a few more left when we get back. Believe it or not, only one more home game, and that'll be senior night on October the 7th. That's still, or October 17th, excuse me. It's still a few weeks away as the Rams win it here tonight. Homecoming victory 63-20. 5-touchdown night for homecoming king Dane Padgett, 4 on the ground, 1 through the air, and Justin Thornton right there behind him with 3 touchdown scores himself. With the win tonight, Paoli improves to 4-2 on the year. They have won 3 in a row. They go back into conference play next Friday night, make the trip down to Breeden Field, where they'll take on a much-improved Crawford County team, even though they lost tonight to Springs Valley on the road. I'm sure they'll be licking their wounds and looking to bounce back next Friday night, so the Rams definitely will have to have their A game headed down to Crawford County to take on the Wolfpack. For Eastern Green, now 1-5 on the year, and boy, we talked about the tough schedule that they have had already. Starting out with Springs Valley, they had North Knox and North Davies. Paoli tonight, now they got North Decatur and Linton coming up on their schedule as well. So nobody did Coach Nykirk any favors in his first year with their schedules. They'll look back to bounce back. But, again, a young team that did some good things tonight. So they have some things to build on, and that is good to see as Coach Nykirk starts to build his program over at Eastern Green. Again, want to remind all of our fans that we'll have Coach's Corner coming your way. On Monday night, we'll talk with Rams head football coach Neil Dittmer at 6 o'clock about this big victory over Eastern Green. Then we'll be joined at 6:30 by Springs Valley head football coach Jason Lowe and talk about how the Hawks remain undefeated in conference play and in the regular season with that win tonight over Crawford County. As Paoli celebrates homecoming here tonight with a big win over Eastern Green, 5 touchdowns for Dane Padgett and 3 for Justin Thornton in this Rams win. As always, want to thank all of our great sponsors for allowing us to bring you tonight's high school football matchup. And a big thank you out to our post-game sponsor, Buddy's Food and Fuel on North Gospel Street in Paoli. As well as our engineer-producer, great job as always by Melissa Wall. And most of all, thanks to you for listening. For Bert Pedigo, I'm Dave Dedrick. Again, your final tonight from Cook Field, homecoming. The Rams celebrate it as they are victorious 63-20. Good night, everybody.
This coverage of high school sports on Mix 95.3 WUME has been made possible by our incredible community sponsors: Bender Lumber, Buddy's Food and Fuel, Cave and Calcar Quarries, Dillman Scott Funeral Home, El Compadre Mexican Restaurant, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, In Focus Eye Care, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC, Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, Paoli Health and Living Community, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Summer Seamless Guttering, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, and the Orange County Community Foundation. Thanks for supporting local athletes, local schools, and local radio. This has been Mix 95.3 WUME, your home for local sports.